sorry, everyone got mad at me for bringing an iPad and a Balenciaga sweatshirt. I'm sorry. Like, sorry I elevated the party. Like,
know,
you know what I mean?
That makes it fierce. Yeah, JoJo the next year brought like a whole Gucci sweatsuit.
Oh, did she?
And everyone wanted that. And then I remember Colleen and Nikita, I think, were fighting over it.
So
something like that.
It's okay when JoJo does it, but not when Trisha does it. Okay, I see.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Hey guys, welcome back to a fun and light-hearted Just Trish. Although Oscar is sassy today, so we can't. I was coming in the attitude that today is going to be fun and not sassy, but you're like, I'm feeling sassy.
Fun and peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun and peaceful, yeah.
I do feel a little mouthy today, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that beforehand, so.
Yeah, going into it, I feel like I have like a sweet meter, you know, like I love being sweet. I love just, you know, sunshine and rainbow vibes.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, that runs out a little bit and you kind of just like have to like expel all that stuff. So that's kind of the vibes I'm bringing today.
I love
Still
it.
a key. Still a key, but reading, you know.
Okay. Ooh,
reading challenge. Library is open, yeah.
We need a translator for anyone who doesn't know what key and reading.
I think like the girlies who are tuned into here.
They know.
Yeah. I don't know if the Jeff FM audience, maybe they got migrated over here now that they're on hiatus.
Maybe. And I think Jeff knows now. He knows these words, although he's going on hiatus. Everyone's going sabbatical for a summer.
Everyone's on a little hiatus.
Yeah.
Can't relate. We always have to be doing something.
This is the time we strike. Everyone's gone and we're like, let's do it. Someone's watching us. Finally, we just get the leftovers from everybody.
Which we'll take gladly.
We'll take forever and ever and ever. And today's episode is sponsored by Cozy. We have a new sponsor. We love our sponsors, and Cozy is just a great new one. We got some furniture. We got a brand new chair that's looking plush and fire and fine. And their stuff is amazing, easy to build. Sells out quickly. Let me tell you, we were looking for all the pink stuff and they sold out so quick. So we love Cozy. And more on Cozy later. Go like 20 minutes in for the ad read because it's going to be a good ad read because I do them very good if I do say so myself. And then we also have Patreon, patreon.com/JustTrish, where you get 2 bonus videos a week, an extended podcast that goes an hour after we're done with this podcast, plus a bonus video at the end of the week. Sometimes we do a fun mukbang reaction videos. It's just like, that's a real key over there. And if you join our top tiers, you have a headshot tier where you get the Bride Birkin. Today is your last day to join. No, you have until the 10th. You have 2 more days to join to get this headshot. You can frame them. You can collect them. Once they're gone, they're gone. I do not sell back ones. They're here. And it's queer this month, so there's that. And then also if you're in the headshot tier, you get a sticker. And we have our Pride sticker. And you also get this if you're in our producer tiers as well. So cute. And the producer tiers are, you get to be a producer on this show. You guys get to chime in on hot topics. Plus, you get credited at the end of the episode. And you get a handwritten card, one of these from me to you. And you're getting a notebook this month. So this is 2 more days to sign up for this. You get the Just Trish notebook. It's our celebrating next year. Next week will be our 1-year anniversary. Crazy.
Oh, wow.
And our 100th episode is coming, I think, at the end of this month.
Whoa.
Right? It's coming quick.
Yeah, because this is what, 94?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we're doing 2 a week. We're, going. So we have a lot to celebrate this July, and we love you for it all. And I'm wearing Just Trish merch, although this sold out very quickly. I just never got to wear it. I was going to wear it to promote it, and then I was like, well, so we might bring him back. I don't know. I guess people liked him. Again, it was like a test thing. And again, it takes a while because, it just takes a minute, but we might bring him back. But we do have hoodies coming in a matter of weeks, and the hoodies are iconic, if I do say so. This was a test.
Excited.
Yeah, the hoodies are everything. This was a test because I just want to see like the fabrics and all stuff, and they were so good. The hoodies are actually so iconic. Like no one could replicate it. I don't think you can replicate this because it's so soft and it's so nice, and like there's like crystals on the back and it's cool. But this one is like, I don't think can be replicated by these cheap knockoff whatever. You know what I mean? The fan joys.
Hoodies are artwork. Like
they're artwork.
Literally artwork.
And even better price than our Sad Boy ones, but they're more detail to it. There's like, there's fur, there's fake fur, of course, and there's just like a lot. There's bedazzled, there's like a disco, there's just a lot. So I'll just, sequins, I mean, it's really my dream hoodie come true. It's really, really iconic. It's hard for me not to post like a little teaser, but you get that because it's just like, It's so good. I did find a Tesla Cybertruck for $100,000 in our area. I sent it to you yesterday.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's pretty good, right? Because it was like 190. So look, I know I'm not under 200 pounds,
But you see how quickly it goes. Like, just give it another month, it'll be 50,000.
well, we don't have another month because our campaign is coming up. We have to shoot the hoodie campaign, and that's our budget.
You do need the Cybertruck, yeah.
Yeah, to look tiny.
Yeah, and I was at the mall and I saw the tiny Cybertruck and I was like, I could see Malibu with it.
Wait, there's a tiny
Oh my god! I
one?
literally took a photo. I assumed you would have seen it. I don't know why. I literally took a photo because I was like, "Oh, that's so like Malibu core."
Wait, was it at Tesla?
Yeah. Do you see it? I'll have to send it to Jimmy.
Oh
Let me
my
zoom in.
god!
It's so cute.
We're getting
it.
it.
It was next to like the big Cybertruck, and it was just so
Oh,
cute.
oh, wait, can she actually get in it and drive
Kids
it?
were going in it. Yeah, it's like a little like toy, I think.
It
for
opens up
kids.
so small, though.
It drives,
Yeah.
and they're strong.
Yeah.
Like, I can sit in that and drive it.
Really?
They're pretty
Okay, we
strong.
have to get that. That's her birthday's coming up. Like, it has to be. How much is it, do you think, that little one?
I have no idea. It can't possibly be that much, right?
I don't know. I always
Like
feel like the little one,
1,000?
miniature
I
stuff
don't
is
know.
more expensive. Like, the mini handbags are more expensive than the big ones.
That's true,
So I
yeah.
always feel like, that's, okay, we got to get that too. Okay, well,
So maybe we'll shift the campaign. Get her little Givenchy boots.
Put it all on her.
I know the Givenchy boots came and they still haven't fit, but they're gonna fit. I'm not giving up on this diet, FYI. Like, you know what? I still go back to my grapefruit and eggs. I got turkey. I drove 30 minutes to go get turkey at Bristol Farms yesterday because I'm like back on it. Like, I have a couple days where I splurge, but I'm sticking with the grapefruit, egg, and turkey diet. So
There you go.
yeah, that's the tea. It's gonna fit one day. I mean, if I lose a pound a week or whatever, it'll fit like by next year or something like that. But you know what? I always say, don't wait to lose weight to get your gold jeans. That's what I say about the Cybertruck. I know I was saying 160, but I was like, don't wait. I'll get there eventually. You know what I mean?
I think in general, periods don't wait. It's
Don't
like
wait.
words of the impulsive buyer.
Because so many people, including me, spend their whole lives as a fat person be like, when I lose weight, I'll do this. When I lose weight, I'll do this. And it's like, just do it now. So
Yeah. Don't wait for the world to be ready. To quote Joey
iconic
Graceffa.
Joey Graceffa. Joey's iconic. He posted a TikTok today of just him like playing in the rain. He's like, find a friend who'll play with you in the rain like you were little kids. It's like poetic.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can do it for you.
Is that Joey too?
Not Tasha Bedingfield, but close enough.
The Hills one.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
that's good. See, you're in a good mood. You're giggly today. I'm in such a good mood. I don't even know why. I'm just like, I just was like, I'm in a good mood today. I think it's that I had okay, do you know what? I have no idea what this is. It's a probiotic.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's from
That's
Bristol
cute.
Farms as I spill it. Do you know what a probiotic smoothie is?
It has probiotics in it.
What does that mean?
It's for your digestion. It's like
It's like for
it's a
your
healthy
gut.
bacteria or
Yeah,
something,
it's
right?
good for your gut.
It's a bacteria?
It's like a good one.
Oh.
Like yeah.
It's stuff I don't even know, but it was so pretty when I was at Bristol Farms last night to get my turkey. the lady in front of me was like, "Ooh, what is that?" That looks like. I'm like, I don't know. It's just pink. I just got it because it's pink. Is it gonna make me go to the bathroom though? Because if I drink this.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, I'll be. Oh,
I
so
think
Does
it
it taste
regulates
good?
you, if anything. Like it just makes you like have a digest everything properly, which is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we got a pink probiotic. It's probably like dragon fruit or something in there. Bristol Farms is my jam. I drove 30 minutes to go get turkey, and because they make Thanksgiving turkeys every single day. Did you know
Oh,
that?
no.
Yeah, like giant ones. I'd hate turkey like in Subway, like BLTs, like those. You know what I'm talking about, like the flabby turkey. It doesn't.
Yeah, it feels like wet.
It's
turkey.
wet.
Oh,
It's like
like the lunch
deli meat.
kinda,
Yeah. Why does it look like that? And the turkey off the turkey doesn't look like that.
That's a good question. I don't know.
It's probably not real turkey. I hate that kind of turkey. But this kind of turkey I love, and it's like the only time I had to, like, I didn't want to go yesterday, and it was the first time Malibu cried when I left the house, and I was actually really sad because usually she cries, of course, when Moses leaves because she's like a daddy's girl, of course. But then yesterday I left and she's like, Mom, she's like crying, and I was like, oh my God, should I stay? Like that never happens. I almost did. I was like hovering for a minute because I'm like, does she need me? And then she waved goodbye.
We walked to the door, and she was looking through the door and just waving goodbye.
God.
And I was like, she's coming right back.
I'm telling you, having a second baby, I feel like made me even more motherly and more like connecting to everyone because I feel like me and Malibu is stronger than ever. Because I always say this, like the first like year of it. Oh, I think who else was I reading? Katy Perry, I think, before she had her first baby, she said she never felt like a maternal like vibe. And I always did actually before I had my baby. And then once I had the baby, I was like, oh, maybe I'm not maternal. But I thought that was interesting too. I was like, interesting that other women feel this way. But yeah, I feel like we're stronger than ever. But I had to go get this turkey because it's part of my diet. So I was just like, I had to get the I didn't want to go. I just woke up from a nap. I was tired. I didn't want to go get the turkey. But I got the turkey.
No,
And I
but
think that's making me
her
feel good.
favorite thing is like when we drive in the car. So Malibu will basically direct me phone music to play the music, and then she's like, "Mom, sing."
Yeah.
She will not, and if she doesn't start singing, it's like, "Mom."
We sing the same song
Yeah.
though. It's
Cute.
the
So
sound. Do you
she's
watch
just-
Sound of Music? Have you seen it?
No. I've seen it, but I don't remember like the song.
Really?
I was in the Sound of
No, you
Music in
weren't.
my middle
The original
school
movie?
play. Yeah, can you imagine?
Wait, what? There's only 2 boy parts in that whole thing.
I was a little like not a villager, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, your background. I thought you were one of the main. I was like, damn, there's only 7 spots.
I'm pretty sure it was like one of the little kids.
A little villager?
Yes.
Okay. See, I didn't know they had villagers in Sound of Music, but I totally, let's find that footage.
It was like, if you audition, you're in it, basically, and they'll just figure it out. Yeah.
That's so nice, because that's how it was with like Annie or Newsies or something like that. But Sound of Music, I specifically remember for us, they like didn't cast any extras, and I was so heartbroken because I like loved that movie, and I didn't get, of course, the part, even though my uncle was the director, and I was like, how?
No nepotism. No. Very Emma Roberts. Emma Roberts said like nepotism. She like lost roles, if anything. I guess that was you.
I feel like that's not true with her. I actually lost roles because of who I was. I don't think anyone's ever said that, but we love you, Emma Roberts, nonetheless. She's fierce. Did you see the movie she did, the NASA movie?
Space Cadet.
You saw it?
I've seen the trailer. I haven't watched it yet.
Is it new?
Yeah, it just came out, I think July 4th on Amazon.
I need to watch it.
Whatever.
I wish I knew the TikToker who did a review of it, but she told me. She's like, it's like Legally Blonde.
That's
how
what
they
I heard
pitched
too.
it. But then she
Yeah.
said it was awful. She's like, basically it's someone with like, she like lied her way to get into the NASA space program, and then they all get like stuck in space, and then she goes, well, I'll go save them, and then they send her up there to save them.
And she does it?
I guess. I mean,
okay,
I don't know.
I
No
guess we don't know
spoilers.
the end.
Yeah.
No spoilers today.
No spoilers. A very young Sheldon show. Everyone was, but to be fair, everyone in the comments like everyone knows that his
I
dad
know.
dies.
Because I guess it's the lore of Big Bang Theory, the adult Sheldon lore. They talk about his dad dying, and then in one episode of Young Sheldon I saw, it did end with like the voiceover being like, I wish I appreciated him more before he died, but I was like, oh, that's dark, but I didn't think about it. I just kept it moving. But
Okay, so it wasn't really a spoiler. You
no,
just,
just for me, I guess, because
Okay.
I haven't watched the like original show. Just I
Okay.
jumped straight to the prequel.
Which you said you didn't like prequels. Rewind the tape.
I know. I was thinking about that too. As I put on this Young Sheldon shirt this morning, I was like, I usually don't like prequels.
But you like the Hunger Games prequel?
I liked it, but it's like I don't love it as much, especially the Game of Thrones prequel. House of the Dragon, I watch it, but it's just like I know how it ends, and it doesn't end with like Queenie Daenerys being like the queen.
Yeah.
But she is Queenie. And same with like House of the Dragon, like because they talked about the lore of like the Targaryen line in the original show, and it's like it doesn't work out for the girls, you know. And
So
it's
you're like, yeah.
I want the girls
The spoiler.
to yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I know that it's not going to end the way I want, so it's hard for me to like go along with it.
What if they rewrite it? Maybe they could rewrite the ending for you.
Maybe
For
like
everyone.
multiverse. Yeah, it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be continuation.
Ooh, yeah, like the Spider-Man where there's three
Maybe
of them.
there's an alternate Young Sheldon timeline where George Cooper stays alive. I hope so. It's hard for me to like watch now knowing that Mary Cooper's going to be a single mom and like raise these kids are like so boisterous. Like Sheldon is like a handful.
How young are they when he dies?
I don't know.
I thought they were like
I didn't
adults.
get there yet.
Okay. Right, they have to grow up, I guess. Oh, that's so sad. No, anything about like people losing their parents always make me so sad. I just found out Alex Warren was only 23. Not to be whatever, but he did a TikTok being like, everyone thinks I'm 30. I literally thought he was my age.
I thought he was older. I didn't think it was.
Oh my God, I thought he was
but-
my age, 35. And not to say he looks old, and he even said this in his TikTok, so that's the only reason I bring it up, because he's like, oh, when people find out I'm 23, he's like, I get it, I have a beard and I'm married, but I feel like, I don't know why, I just thought like, he's my age,
Old
but he's
soul.
23.
Yeah, no, I could not believe that too.
Did you see it?
Because we
You saw the TikTok?
Because we've watched him since
For so
we
long.
met. Since we met, right?
Yeah.
So what? We watched him since he was like 19
I
or
know.
something. That's
What?
what's so odd.
But I feel like he's always been like so much like they like him and Cover. They always say they've been together like 20 years or something. So I was just like, not that Cover looks old, but I just like, what? 23? That's so young. What?
Right. I would think we start seeing him when he was 25 and he's 30 now or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that makes me even more sad. Speaking of parents who passed away, because he talks about it all the time. His parents passing away, and I'm just like, man, that makes me even more sad. So he must have been really young, like when they both passed away, which is like even more sad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I always loved his music, and I always loved his vibe, him and Cover, and I was just like, damn, that's like so. Then when I found out that his age, I was like, oh my God, his parents must have been.
So
He must
were they together in like high school or something? If they were together that long?
I don't know, because the way they describe it is like he was homeless in his car when they met. So I was
Oh.
like, but maybe he. Oh my God, that's even more. I want to know the lore of Alex. I've asked him to be on the podcast. He has ignored me, but it's fine. He's nice to me. He's
Yeah,
talented.
that's
We're
all it-
mutuals, you know. We're oomfies, as you call it.
But that's true. From day one, you always wanted him.
Yeah,
to
I
talk
always
to
just
him.
thought. Yeah, I always thought he was like a cool vibe. There was always something about him, and then of course I love Cover too. We're also oomfies, so I like them as a couple. I just always thought they were like literally my age. And again, they don't look like it, so I guess that doesn't make sense, but I don't know. And then they went through like weight loss journeys together, so I just assumed they've lived like this big life, you know, but maybe they haven't. Maybe, I don't know, they're old souls or something like that. Anyways, I love both of them. Maybe they can both fit on the same chair.
I bet you they could.
Especially now. They're
Yeah.
like, I mean, not that they ever were big. It's so crazy to me too, right? When people lose weight and everyone's like, you look so good. But it's like they never were like big. But then I think that encourages people to keep getting skinnier. Not them necessarily, but I feel like when you tell someone they look like so good, they just keep getting skinny. I mean, I can't relate, but like, you know, I feel like that's what happens, right? It gets addicting, they say.
Yeah, this is like not a related example at all, but I saw like a post on talking about like Michelle Visage from Drag Race, and it was like an appreciation post. Like, can we talk about how good she looks now? But it's like she's lost a lot of weight, and I feel like that contributes a lot to it, you know. So it's like we don't body shame, like body positivity, but then like the second someone like gets like thinner, it's like let's say how good they look.
Yeah,
you know?
it's for sure.
So weird.
Yeah, it is.
So weird double standard.
It is a double standard. It does suck, but I'm not holding it down for the thickies. Even though I'm trying to like lose a little weight, I still feel like I'll always just be thick. That's just my body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think I could just like not eat either.
Yeah.
I love eating.
Yeah. I feel like even when I was like in my bobblehead era, I still felt thicker, and I was like, wow, I'm really like, you know, showing out. Yeah.
Yeah. But you look so good. But there was a point where you were like actually so skinny. Yeah. I think this is like you're perfect right now. I think this is like this is my goal weight for real. Like 200 pounds is my goal.
Can I tell you the worst thing that happened though? I was like, it was a curse 4th of July. This was on 4th of July because I was at my parents' house, but I like, there's like they have a scale. I don't have a scale in my apartment because I feel like it'd be like bad psychologically. But so whenever I go home, I like go on the scale there, and it was like 196 or something. And I was like, how did I lose like 7 pounds in a week or something? I was like, wow, skinny. But then I also had like my phone and stuff in my pocket, and I was like, wait, like, huh?
Really skinny.
And then I go back on it, and then it's like not calibrating right. It said like error or something, and then I'm like, okay. And then I go back, and then it was 200 again. So I actually didn't lose weight.
Never go back. Can I tell you? That's me too, though.
Just take it.
Whatever it is, you don't ask questions.
No, because I'll take pictures. I'll send it to Moses when I take a picture when I've like lost a pound or whatever. So like literally, there was a day, and I was on there, and I was like 225. I was so excited. I was like, oh man, I forgot my phone. So I went upstairs to get my phone because I do it in the morning, and then I'm like, okay, let me take a picture, and it was 227, and I was like, what the hell? How did I gain 2 pounds in that? Like, it is so weird. Which
well, your
is the
phone
accurate?
is heavy.
No, but I stand on it first, and then I grab the phone. Like, I put it on the windowsill, so I don't even have my phone. No, you're right. But I can go naked when I weigh myself. I want to be as tiny as possible.
Same. When I'm at the doctor, it's like I take my shoes off. I like make sure I wear like really thin clothing.
Yeah.
Don't hold my phone. Don't hold my wallet. I'm like every ounce.
Yes, it really does, especially at the doctor's office. That's so crazy when being pregnant. Every time you go, you just expect to gain weight. So it is like the craziest thing to see like 240, 250, 260. I was like, well, here we go, 300. Like, I'm just getting so close to it. At least I'm 2. But to me now, I'm like 225. That's pretty good. But I did look at videos when I was like 180, and I was like, God, I looked really skinny in those videos, and I was 180. So I was like, theoretically, or is that the right word? Am I using it right? Theoretically, realistically, I guess 180 is good for me. I want to be 163, but 180, I look so skinny. I was like, I'm gonna go to that weight. So.
No, you looked so, like you were like fit, like you were because you were doing all your dancing and stuff too.
Yes, that is the era of it. I'm gonna get back to doing that too. I wanna dance. I wanna do all that stuff, and we'll get there slowly but surely. I'm feeling a little more fit. I also have my Kris Jenner necklaces on today.
I noticed.
Did you notice?
Yeah.
Only because he kept saying it on the Scorpio. He kept saying, did she have a Scorpio? So on her last episode of the Kardashians, she was wearing a little Scorpio necklace. And she has another one too. I don't know who the other one is, but I don't know if she's a Scorpio. I don't know. She had 2. So I got my Virgo and my Gemini for my babies. Never in a million years I think I'd be wearing Virgo and Gemini necklaces. Because in general, like I never knew a Virgo, but usually I didn't like Geminis. But we're all about the Virgo Geminis these days. That's the magic one. You're a Cancer. Yeah. And your birthday's coming up. This isn't your birthday episode, by the way. Next week is I know it's before. Like,
yeah, I think my birthday's a Sunday or something.
Sunday. Yeah. And then we're having ours Monday, so that'll be the birthday episode. Because I thought it was today, and I was like, oh no, I forgot to get the wrapping. I'm so bad with presents, I usually just like hand them to people. But I'm going to try and present.
It's so sweet.
Isn't the wrapping crazy, though? Because I remember you got me my birthday present, and it's like, was it wrapped? I want to say it was wrapped. Or this one was wrapped.
One of them, I think, was. I usually like wrapping because I like to do the little ribbon and stuff.
You like wrapping?
Yeah.
Oh, because I feel like you give it, but then you just tear it.
I know, it's like a waste, especially like Christmas wrapping. Like I really go to town, and then like if my family members like they don't have like the gay gene, so like they don't really appreciate like the aesthetic of it all.
You don't think they have it? I always thought about that, like genetically. It has to be in there somewhere.
I wish. I'm hoping somewhere down the line there's another one because right now it's just me holding out for
it.
Yeah.
But don't you think like your parents must have a little bit of a gay gene in them?
Maybe somewhere like an ancestor or something.
Like genetically.
There's got to be one somewhere down the line. Yeah. Right?
I don't know. I know because I'm like, how does my family not have any gay people in it? Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like someone's holding out. Someone's not telling us because I know it's in us. You know what I mean? I know we have the gay genetics, but no one's out with it. I'm like, I think they're just maybe in the closet. But also, I don't talk to my family, so I don't know. We'll go on 23andMe. I wonder if they tell you if you have any gay relatives on 23andMe.
That would be a gag if so. Yeah. Maybe RuPaul should come out with that, like a gay 23andMe.
Oh my God,
version.
like see who. Yeah. That would actually be everything.
I would live.
Although, according to hacks, you can't ask them, I guess, if you're gay. I guess technically I'm not even supposed to ask you if you're gay. Did you know that? Like, if you employ someone, you're not allowed to ask them.
Well, luckily you know.
I thought that was so interesting. I'm like, that's interesting if that's true.
I know. But I feel like, kind of like what Jeff said, I feel like it's pretty obvious with me. I really felt it today at the gym. It was like a weird, I got like a weirdly, I don't even know if it was hit on. It was very odd. It
This
was
morning?
Like, this morning, yeah.
Wow.
It's been a really deranged past few days. I
That's
think.
good though. That's a
Well,
plus one.
it was like a little bit of like
It depends who.
Right. Is it like Dahmer?
It was kind of that. It was like an older guy, like
Oh.
yeah. And then he like walked past me when I was on the elliptical, and like I felt like a brush against me, but I thought it was an accident. But it was like my butt or whatever, and I was like, that's
Wow.
kind of weird. But then he like came around like in front of me and like adjusted himself. And
Ew.
like kind of like had a little like dick slip and like right in front of me.
What?
I like almost like a flash, and I was like, "Are you kidding?"
All right, you guys. This episode of Just Trish is sponsored proudly by Cozy, and Just Trish is proudly proud to have Cozy as a sponsor. We love Cozy. I was so excited. We finally got a furniture sponsor. You know, we're all about that furniture, and Cozy is the best, making it easy and affordable. For you guys, we love you, Cozy. As we like to make the most of our living spaces, Cozy can help make your dream interior a reality. With beautifully designed, high-quality furniture that is easy to assemble and customize, Cozy's selection makes it easy to create a stunning, functional home environment. And we love to see Cozy. Okay, we got a chair. We got a couple things. We got a cute shelving unit. We got a really comfy chair. It's just like sometimes you just want affordable furniture, right? You just want something that's nice, that'll last, and just something casual. So we have this chair. It's really, really cozy. My hubby put it together. And how easy was it, Moses?
So I've built hundreds of furniture, like not even kidding. And this one I was shocked. It was the easiest to build. It was so sturdy. All the metal, all the bolts, everything. Even the zippers, that's usually when they fail. They have like cheap zippers. They were really strong, really easy. There were 6 screws and they were all the same. So you can't get confused, you know? And yeah, I was shocked. The design and the way it was constructed was so easy, so strong. I highly recommend.
As someone who has all custom furniture in their house, because my husband does build furniture, this is a glowing review. Because when we got the sponsorship, we had to look online and be like, okay, is this something we would actually want in our home? And we just found the perfect chair, and it goes perfectly in our living room because we're just figuring out, like, what can we have? Not everything needs to be oversized and huge and custom pink in our house. We want something cute, casual, affordable, and I thought Cozy was perfect. So I want to share it with you guys because I know our listeners always want something that's like Trish furniture approved, because I do have good taste in furniture. And these are Cozy, literally, cozy.com. They're literally cozy and comfy. They're also designed with a purpose. Cozy focuses on the customer experiences to ensure its products are easy to assemble, as we mentioned, and the furniture adapts to your needs over time, offering stunning pieces of timeless design. Fast and free shipping. Enjoy fast and free 2 to 5 days shipping on all orders, plus a 30-day risk-free trial to ensure you love your new furniture. There's a Neptune modular sofa bed. This new Neptune modular sofa bed is easy to assemble and can fit in any space by customizing it to your needs, making it perfect for any room setup. So whether you have a big room or a small room, you can have quality luxury furniture. And I do love the modular beds. I see them all the time on our favorite TV shows, and I think it's just so fun. It keeps you up on the trends, right? I'm stuck in the 90s and the early 2000s sometimes, and these keep you up with the trends. Cozy offers beautifully crafted furniture at an affordable price tag, providing high quality and durable pieces that are accessible. You guys, check out Cozy. We're so happy to have them as a sponsor. Like I said, they have a variety of things. They have accessories, they have throws, they have blankets, they have shelving, they have chairs. Anything you could want. Browse the site, get inspired, transform your living space today with Cozy. Visit cozy.com, that's CEOZEY.com, to start customizing your furniture and order free fabric samples. We love you, Cozy.
I think you've been harassed this morning.
That's what I was gonna say. I
Yeah,
was like,
that
it kind
might
of
be
feels
more-
more like harassed and like hit on. But I'm like, what was
Yeah,
my
that's-
crime?
that
And then
might
like,
be harassment.
I was like, how did what vibes am I giving? But I guess I was just wearing shorts. I guess that's kind of it gives.
Were you wearing
like, the gay-
these?
Yeah, like similar,
With the shirt? Were you wearing the Young
length.
Sheldon?
No. Run 7
What were you
miles from there.
wearing?
Like this length.
Not
but
that it
then
matters.
Just
You
like
don't-
a black.
We don't even need to ask that question, but just out of curiosity.
What
like
were
a
you
bla-
wearing
Right.
that night?
What were you wearing, though?
I wear I dress really plain at the gym. Like I just wear a black shirt and then I have like black shorts, but they're like the 5-inch, which I guess like for me, like my thighs are bigger, so like it's even like shorter, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess just the shorts like the giveaway. But other than that, like maybe I I don't know. There's something about the elliptical that feels kind of gay because your hips are swinging around, so maybe that's it.
Or it's like, I think it's just like the movement, like up, down,
Yeah,
up, down, you know?
yeah.
And it swings very.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure when I see a guy on it, I'm very much like, oh, maybe gay. I don't think it's bad. I kind of like it though, you know what I mean? I think there's not very many tells for gay people, but maybe elliptical.
Yeah, I guess the shorts and the elliptical combo, I guess.
I love a short shirt though for anyone. I really wish more straight guys
too.
wear. I feel like it looks
I like
so
a straight
cool.
guy in a short shirt,
Yeah, I think all guys have great legs. Like normally, I'm drawn to like I love a skinny like chicken leg, which guys normally hate. Like I think they look so good because I think I want skinny legs, so I like look at them and like Moses has very like skinny chicken legs. But I like the thick legs too. Now that I'm like seeing them on people, I feel like it looks so nice. You know, like just a thick leg on a guy.
Yeah, agreed.
You have great legs. You have really good legs. I don't know if I can say that either if I employ you. I don't know what. After watching Hacks, like you can't say anything, like anything anywhere, and I was just like, okay, but no, you have good legs. I never liked mine. Mine are also splotchy. Oh, we have friends with shoe cam. Let's do a shoe cam today. Shoe cam. These are my Laguna ones that you never get to see.
Yeah.
We wear my shoes. You know, we're economical these days. My South Tanner looks a little cray. We need to call Matthew Stevens and get the what's his called? Loving Tan. What's his called?
No, loving.
What is it?
Oh my god! What is it called?
Oh gosh.
I always forget too.
Everyone talks about it too. How are we forgetting this?
It is a good tanner. Illusion Bronze.
Illusion Bronze. It's a good name, but it's kind of forgettable. Well, it's fine. I like it. Maybe he should do Matthew Stevens Tanner. That should be his name because I never forget his name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not forgettable. Matthew Stevens, I love you, but I'm just saying. I know nothing about marketing. Don't even listen to me. Everything I market just has Trisha on it, so I know nothing, which is not marketable to most people. Yeah, we've been watching Hacks thanks to you.
Oh, I love that you got into Hacks.
So good. I have one of my oomfies says that he's friends with the creator of the show, and he's like,
No way.
Yeah, I won't spoil what's next season, but he's like, he was gonna be like on it, and he's like, but I said Trisha Paytas has to be on it too, and I was like, I hope this is
Wow.
true. Either he's making it up, but I just assume everyone's telling the truth, and I'm like, yes, absolutely, like I would do it in a heartbeat. Because he asked me something like, would you do it? I was like, well, obviously. Do people not know I'm trying to be on any TV show? It's always like shocks me when people say that. I'm like, well, yeah, of course. And I would love to. It gives me hope that when I'm like 70, I can have my own TV show. I know she's been around for a while, Jean Smart, but it gives me hope for sure.
Hawk Girl's getting her own reality show, so if she can get a reality show, I feel like you.
Is that real?
have
So
to-
she must be a plant. I heard she's a plant, right? Because like she had no social media, but then blew up, and now she's like moved to LA and signed with UTA.
I have no idea. I like just figured out what the Hawk Tua was a reference to like a couple days.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
It's a spit, right? It's a spit on the
Yeah.
thing. Oh, okay. The Hawk too.
And
Hawk
yeah,
Tua.
I mean TMZ is usually pretty correct, I guess. So she's close to getting a reality TV show about her life. Then I guess so. I did see like a TikTok, and it was like
Yes.
the shots of the Tennessee
Where
and like
she's
the Grant
from.
and the Nana and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
No, it seemed weird. It seemed like super produced. I was like, this seems...
Yeah, so fast.
I think if it is real, it's a plant. Like if she's getting a documentary, it has to be a plant.
She seems sweet enough, at least. So
For sure.
Probably
yeah.
a social experiment of some kind.
Something's weird because she said she doesn't want to be known as the Hawk Tua girl. But I'm like, but that's literally what
Yeah.
you're known as.
Maybe the show will be like, you know.
I'm more than this.
I'm more than
But she
Hawk
never had
Tua.
social media, so she's like doesn't want to be famous. But now she's doing all this. I don't know.
I guess you gotta take it and run with it, right? I mean, what else are you gonna do?
I don't know. The majority of our people said, because last week I asked, does everyone want to be famous? And so many comments were like, absolutely not. That gives me so much anxiety. I
Yeah.
would never take it. So I feel like if you do take it, because this is my point. It's like everybody wants to be famous, but I feel like if you do take it, you have to have it a little bit. And some comments were like, absolutely not. I wouldn't take it for like $10 million. You know what I mean? So I think she.
Well, for
wanted
her,
a little.
definitely to begin with, I mean, the way she answered the question, she's out there, she's outgoing, so she has the character
Yeah,
to
I
be
guess
on
so.
camera.
Right. That's the real
Like,
tea.
if you were somebody anxious, you wouldn't be even interviewed
Or
on
if
the
you wanna be-
street,
right.
and definitely wouldn't be open up like that.
No, that's true. I actually know someone in my own family that's very just like super private, like hates, like even if I'm like taking a picture, he's like, make sure I'm out of it. Like he's just like, will never ever, if someone asks him a question on the street, he would never do it with a camera in his face. So that's a good point too. And like you can't film someone when they're drunk. So she must have been not, I never saw the original clip, so I don't know if she's like whatever, but I'm sure she was sober because you can't film someone when they're.
I think I don't know if she was like wasted, but
Oh.
I saw a clip of like Plan Brie, and she said like she was out like having fun with her friends, like she was like I think she had a drink, but I don't
she
think
was
she was like
drinking.
drunk, like she seemed pretty like.
I guess you can film drunk people on reality show, but I think they have to sign off beforehand because I remember.
I don't know, like what was it? Was it a real interview? Or was it just a TikTok like on the street?
Oh, you think it wasn't?
I don't know if they were signing all like the waivers and stuff for
what,
TikTok
just a random
interviews.
TikTok?
Yeah, no, it was very
Even weirder.
unserious. In
Yeah,
that
it was very
sense.
unserious.
It wasn't like a news network.
Organization. Yeah.
Asking on
Oh,
the
really?
street.
So it's just like a random TikTok that went viral?
You know those like little TikTok like tiny mics, like what are you listening to? What do you think about this? Like you've never seen those?
But I was just assume those are with like a studio or something. You think
No,
just random
I've
people are doing
seen
it?
like I've been out on the street seeing like random people just do it. Although they do have like you would think they're just shot on iPhone, but I've seen one where they have like a camera person, but it's still like a little TikTok with a tiny mic. So
And you don't think so? Don't do that because like if you don't sign NDAs, then people can just like sue you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because that happened to me with Kiss Kiss, my music video I did like I don't know 15 years ago, and we had people and they literally like people were like trying to sue me. I just ended up taking it down because someone was like, and this was like a long time ago too, and they just realized later on they didn't want to be in the music video, and then they tried to like sue me for it and privacy and all that stuff like that. So maybe have people sign NDAs or something. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe these people with little microphones are having people sign consent. Like, do you consent to this?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
I don't know because I also was watching like another YouTuber. This is so random, but like she showed up in my like recommended, and it was like a video about Tarayummy, Jake and Johnny, and I was like, okay, like let me get into the lore. I'm like so into my learning about the lore.
I love that. The American lore of the 4th of July.
So like shout out Amanda Todd Hunter. She actually watches Just Trish because she mentioned it a couple times. So I was like, love that.
We love that.
But she was talking about like she was at VidCon and some like frat guy like came up to her to do like a TikTok interview too. And like he just started like interviewing her, and she at first she was like, "No, like take my sister, like don't do like I don't want to do it." Okay. But then he just started like asking her questions. She didn't say like she signed a NDA or something. So I think they just are going for it.
And what did she say though? Did she say like I didn't want it out there? Did she say anything about it, or she just was like?
No, she was just like awkward with like she said she didn't like the guy's energy, which that's how I knew I'm like I like you because she was like he was giving frat boy energy, like I don't vibe with it.
Yeah.
And then she was like, she said, "Can I interview you for my TikTok?" And she wanted her sister to do it, but then he ended up like asking her questions. She just did it.
Oh.
So
Well, here's a good teaching lesson then. If you don't want something to air and they never sign anything, be like, you never got my permission to air that. So, you know what I mean? And you find out after the fact. See, I like to do everything as a teaching lesson. Even the thing with, like, the stuff we talked about last week, like Zach Justice and, like, Indiana and stuff like that. You know, even if they're like, we're totally fine, it's a teaching lesson to say, like, yeah, maybe they're the one out of a million people that are totally fine by it. But it was a teaching lesson to be like, this isn't quite normal behavior. You know what I mean? And I feel like with this situation, too, like, maybe if you do an interview with, like, a random person on the street and then, like, I'm not actually comfortable with that, you could always say, like, and I know this holds up like so easily in like court and stuff like that if you don't like have a release form, you know what I mean? Which I mean, maybe we should do with the podcast. I thought about that too. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, because what if like years later someone's like, I guess you just take it down, I guess. But I don't know. I wondered about that. I guess when you do like a controversial interview, maybe you have them signed beforehand. Maybe, yeah. Like a release. Because I thought about that too. Like if you interview someone that you know you're gonna butt heads with, like let's say not even butt heads, but like JoJo, where we have like a difference of opinion, like do you have it signed beforehand? So even if they request to edit something out, like you don't, you know what I mean? Or you can air it if you want. I mean, I guess it's kind of shitty, but I guess it's reality shows.
It's a little bit different because here they agreed to come on and to be filmed and recorded. So there is an agreement when you ask them in email, text, or whatever to come here and be filmed.
Yeah, but I think you have to like sign off on like an appearance release usually. I mean, probably not this. I'm not worried about this. I'm just saying, like, on TV shows. In general, yeah. Yeah, like, even, like...
definitely commercial work. Absolutely.
They always do, like, right as soon as you get on set. But anyways, I think it's important to know all of that.
I guess it's working out for Hawk Tuba Girl. Now, I need to figure out what her actual name is, though, because I hate referring to her as Hawk Tuba Girl.
But it's not, like, her brand. I mean, it's just,
I guess,
you know?
by default. Although she has talked about, like, people being weird, like, sexualizing her and stuff and, like, wanting her to, like, start an OF and stuff. So she has, like, held out against the male gaze, which I appreciate. That made me, like, turn around and be like, okay, I stand with you, sister. Haley.
That's what we were saying from the beginning. Haley, we love you. And that's what I've been saying from the beginning. It's only like gross, weird straight guys that are like so into it. And like, again, good for her, like to like
take their money.
Yeah, take the money, go. But then they have to go that one step further and be like, oh, gotta see the OF now. It's just like, okay, like you're so weird and ugh, guys are gross.
Yeah. T. Yeah.
Period. I know. I always am like, let's be more. I think I was going to be positive today because there wasn't many like guys on my hot topics. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be positive. It's all girly, fun stuff today. But guys, whenever we bring them up, I was like, bleh.
But I feel like I had a lot of guy stuff today.
Did you? I think I have all girlies.
I mean, I had Tobey Maguire dating a 20-year-old.
I know. That was so ick too.
Yeah.
Oh, the white party. Were you there?
I was not at the white party, no.
Did you get invited?
No.
Never?
No.
Really? Do you think it's an Illuminati party?
I don't know if it's Illuminati. I feel like it's just like rich. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
We think it's Illuminati. We think it's an Illuminati. Right? Are you with me on this? It's Illuminati ritual.
There's something shady about it, for sure.
And wasn't it, or is this like the Mandela effect? Wasn't it P. Diddy's white party for so long?
I think he did have a white party for a long time.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not this one, though. It's a different one?
I don't think so.
I swear it was the 4th of July. Like, P. Diddy had the white party.
This one is a different one. Did you see the whole thing with Portnoy? Dave
Oh, being
Portnoy.
invited or not being invited. We
Well, he
watched it
was
together.
invited, but then he
Yeah.
wanted to add like 3 more people, and they said no. And there was a whole fight between the two of them.
I think Michael Rubin, the guy who hosts
Yeah.
it, was talking about it. He said his daughter watches BFFs. By the way, if his daughter watches, hi, we'd love to come to the white party. I wonder if we'd go to the white party. Like, remember that one guy was talking about he went to a Hollywood party and saw like weird satanic things and then left. And then it's like, what if we ended up leaving? Because obviously I'm not about to join the Illuminati, but I would, like, if we left, then it's like, are we at danger?
Oh, good question. That's very.
Depends what you see. I think depends. Once you get exposed to certain things, then
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to be invited to the white party. But Michael Rubin said his daughter watches. I don't know who Michael Rubin is. I don't even know how I know this name. Is he like just a rich guy that
have
hosts
no
a party?
idea.
yeah,
who it
I
is either.
saw he was just a young entrepreneur. Like he was in the ski business. Like he had a store selling ski stuff.
And all these
That-
people, right? All these people just want to come to his house to 4th of July
It's
party.
all about
That's
money. Yeah.
Okay, so he hosted it, and then he said that his daughter was into Dave's podcast BFFs, and then I guess he invited Dave, and then Dave was like, "Oh, I want to bring a +3," and he's like, "Oh, you're lucky you're invited," is basically what he said, and I was like, "That's wild, actually." I kind of like that though about Dave. That he's just like, "I'm just gonna ask," but you know what? I love that he just doesn't care and just asks. So he's like, "I don't give a party." However, I do hate when people try to invite extra people when you didn't invite the extra people. I had that happen so many times where people are like, "Oh, can like 2 more people come or 3 people?" And it's just like,
No, even like
no.
like even our wedding. like
Oh, that was crazy. People literally tried to bring like a +5. And I was like, wait, so you want a whole table that costs literally $300 a plate? I was like, that's actually insane.
it was like $1,000 a plate.
Yeah, that's probably true. It was Four Seasons. There was like $100,000 minimum for food. It was crazy. So that probably was it. And we didn't get to taste any of that food. Yeah, it's so weird when people do that. They just like invite a person with them. I don't know. I don't like it personally, but especially at a white party like that. I don't know. And why is it all white clothing? Like why? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't look good in white. So
I don't think anyone does.
no.
I think everyone like me. No, I don't either. So I didn't wear a white wedding dress. I think it makes me look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And I think even if you're not fat, you still look washed out. What? Like what? Not pale. I mean, it's not bad to look pale, but it just washes people out. I think you know. What I mean?
Yeah, especially white like shorts or like pants or something too. I'm like, I just no, it's just not for me. I wouldn't if I got invited. I wouldn't go unless it was like, I don't know, what color do we look good in?
All pink party.
Pink party. What about pink party?
Pink pony party.
Pink pony party.
You wouldn't go if you were invited?
No.
I don't believe it. I feel like you would.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, I
I
don't.
could be in the same room with all the people.
You
that
love.
I hate.
No,
Who?
that's true. I guess Taylor Swift.
She wouldn't be at the white party
don't
either.
think so?
I don't think so.
Really?
No. I don't think so. But even if she would, I can't. I'm not gonna go up and key with her.
I feel like you would. If you were at like a casual event with Taylor, because you got to like one, already know her, 2, you're a professional. I feel like you would. You wouldn't?
I don't think so. No. No. No.
That's interesting. I don't know either until I was like in that position, like I was thinking if the weekend is there, right? Like, would I go up to him? I don't know. Because
But
I know
you're more famous, so I feel like people would come up to you.
I definitely don't think the weekend's coming up to me.
I
at a
think so.
party.
He's seen your work. I like one way or another. He's seen
Could
the
you
work.
imagine? I just see him like he's gonna come up to me. I'm just gonna wait. That's no, never
I
in a
think
million
he
years.
would.
I don't think he like wants to go up to anybody. I think when you're like that famous, you're just like I don't want to talk to anybody anymore because you talk to so many people.
I don't know because remember, he went up to Olivia O'Brien and like
Well,
chatted
she's
with her.
a hot, skinny 19-year-old girl.
But you're a celeb.
But yeah, I don't know if that's the case. She says, no one ever does. Because I think I've always played it cool sometimes. You know where I used to play it cool with celebrities is at like the comic book conventions.
Oh.
I would see them and I'd be like, well, let me just like hang over here and they'll probably see me from across the room and like come up to me. And like they never did. But I would never wait in line for them because I'm like, that's not cool. I don't want them to think I'm a fan. So I would just like hang out around their like booth. I think it was like, I don't even remember. Like this is so long ago. So they're really old. Like Eric Estrada. I don't even know if he's still alive. He was from a show called Chips in the 70s. And I would literally just like hang out like near his booth. You know what? That one actually did work. He did come up to me.
Oh,
yeah.
see?
Yeah. I actually should find this one because there's like a picture of us literally like on this Chips motorcycle where no one was taking pictures. They weren't allowed to take pictures. And he's like, come up on the motorcycle with me. And like I'm on front and he's like behind me. It's very weird actually. So he did come up to me.
See, it works.
He was like 66 at the time. I don't even know if he's still alive, but I was putting out the vibe. Back in the day when I did comic book conventions, it was like Lou Ferrigno, Eric Estrada. Just like, do you know any of those people?
The Lou was the Hulk, I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He was on
Yes.
King of Queens, I think, for a little while.
Yeah.
But it is crazy to think about like how no one knows those actors anymore.
I think like they still have like a small cult like fan base of like, you know, nostalgia.
You
I think.
I
Yeah.
think those people died off, you know, because it was like in the 70s, right?
No, my parents and my aunt used to love like Chips.
They did.
Yeah, they
oh,
loved- yeah.
Okay. Maybe they're not that old then. So, okay. That's true because we watched like Mary Poppins and Sound of Music and like Julie Andrews is still alive
Yeah,
and
see?
voicing Bridgerton. So it's just like,
Yeah.
okay. I guess when I watch old movies, I always think, oh, everyone's just dead from those movies. But okay, Okay, never mind. Take it back. We did one signing the year I did the Stan Lee show, Who Wants to Be Superhero. We did Comic-Con, and we went as like people like. It was such a weird thing because we didn't get appearance fees, but we could sell our. That's what I'm saying.
Merch or whatever.
Yeah, you could sell your merch. I was selling headshots back then. My headshots were like $10, and I remember people buying them, and I was like, "This is so weird." I was only like 19, and I was like, "Who's buying this?"
I went. When I was as a fan once, iJustine was doing like a signing on like hoodie, like she collabed with like a random brand. I forgot what it was.
I remember those little animal hoodies.
Yes!
It was like pink with like a stripe.
And it had like a monster or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
I used to have so many. Was it So Happy or something?
Yes.
I used to have like 5 of those. I know. There was like a blue one. I thought they were so cute.
You had to like buy a hoodie and then she would sign it and you could get a photo with her. And I remember I did that.
It?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love. We should have iJustine on the podcast.
I would live. She was like one of my faves. I think. Dare I say that like my original YouTuber? I think she was like my gateway into like,
really.
YouTubers. Yeah,
wow. I never watched her because she only did like Apple reviews, and I used to let her be an Apple girl.
When she started, she was like just full like vlogging. When vlogging was like the new thing, you know, like she was like one of the original vloggers in my eyes.
I remember she had like a fancy apartment. I was thinking like, wow, they're making so much money. She had like staircase in her Santa Monica apartment. I was like, that's so fancy. And she's still around making content, which is like crazy. It's good. I think that's great because I always think of like who was around back in like 2005, which I don't know if she was around 2005.
She was. She was like literally, yeah.
So it's like Smosh, iJustine, I guess Shane, me, even though I never was up there with them. All those people were so popular back then, and I never was. But I always say I'm glad I wasn't because like they always say like when you go up to the top, people try to like bring you down.
Yeah.
But because I was always mid, and then it kind of
mid is the way to be. Yeah.
You slide by. Yeah. They're like, it's just Trish. No one cares. You know what I mean? But you still hang on. So. Yeah, I mean, Comic-Con is, I did go 1 year as a fan. I went for, I think it's at the end of Grindhouse. The first time I met Quentin Tarantino, it was like summer of 2006. I guess I just turned 18 and I went and I asked him a question. And I remember, I don't even know what I asked him, but it's one of those ones where, you know, you like stand and you stand in line to ask questions at the panel. And they were in the main room. And I remember that was the first time I felt famous because Quentin Tarantino acknowledged me. And I was like, wow, I feel so famous. And then that's when I started my YouTube channel because I was like, you know what? Quinn's going to see these videos. He's going to put me in a movie. Didn't happen. And really, yeah, my MySpace, I always say this started because of Quentin Tarantino, but that Thanksgiving movie was that same summer, and I remember being like, because it was in the Grindhouse thing, and I remember making a fan page, and that's when Eli Roth messaged me on MySpace, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I can like talk to celebrities. It was a life-changing summer for me, summer of 2006, which is so long ago, which is crazy. It's almost 20 years ago. What is 18 years ago? Crazy.
Wow. That reminds me because I saw Maxxxine over the weekend and it is like a little Tarantino-esque and Mia Goth is like giving literally daddy issues Trish. Like,
really?
Yes, like you would slay like a Maxxxine cosplay, but it's so like
gory.
It's not even that gory, but it is. I don't know. You're not really in your horror vibe anymore. You know,
definitely not.
Yeah.
That was back when I was a pick-me. Not that saying it to be like horror, you're not a pick-me, but I was a pick-me when I was in a horror. I was like, I love Hostel. Like, never, no. But it's so funny you said that because name drop, I was talking to Holly and she texted me. She goes, you should do a Maxxxine cosplay. Like, literally Saturday.
Eat
really?
a Maxxxine. If anything, just like look at her outfits. Because like looking at it, it was like so like Trish core. Like the hair and like she's kind of like a bombshell.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
There's like paint. Holly actually sent me links to all the cosplay items.
Holly gets it.
She gets it. And she kind of made me want to see it because I was like, is it gory? She was kind of. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know.
It's really not that, because I don't like gore or like hardcore gore either. It's like, I don't know, especially Maxxxine, the third one, like there are like kills or whatever, but it is kind of like artistic, I guess. But I also just kind of look away when you know when it's about to happen.
That's what she said.
I just
she
look
said
away.
the same thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's quick. It's not like over the top.
It goes to
yeah.
Because I truly do love Quentin Tarantino movies, but I don't consider those gory. Like that's not me being a pick me. I loved Quentin Tarantino like my whole life. I loved LA. Like we always talk about this when we ever see a movie that's like LA set. So do you like it?
Maxxxine is all like LA.
Oh.
Yes.
Is it like current or is it like in the 70s?
It was. I want to say, I forget the era, 80s or 90s.
Okay, so it's like
yeah.
to me it looks like so maybe I like it because I love anything LA based. The Zac Efron movie with Nicole Kidman, that was like LA, and it's just like cool to see. Like I don't know, I love anything LA. I hate the opposite with New York. I was talking about this. I hate New York based things. I'm like, ugh, I don't care about New York. But
I knew watching it because it was like it was all about like she's like an adult film star, but she's getting her break in like Hollywood.
Ooh,
yeah. And it's so like literally a year was Daddy Issues. Whatever.
2015.
Very that. Like 2015 Trish would like eat up the
really? Okay, maybe I'll
trilogy.
watch.
Yeah.
I should watch it because now it's you and Holly, two people that I trust more than anything. So
it's like the gays love it. I think it's one of those things where I feel like I'm in a gay bubble because it only made like $6 million at the box office, but like every gay person I know was like, oh, can't wait to go see Maxxxine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it must be making a lot of money. But then it was like number 4 in the box office. I was like, Wow. Same with like a Charlie XCX. Like I like see so much Charlie like talk in Discourse and everyone loves like Brat, whatever, but it wasn't like number one, or like her collab with Laure, I expected to be like, it's gonna be number one. Number two, number three.
Really?
But it was like it debuted at like number like 40 something. And I'm like,
wow.
What? I was like, damn, I live in a little gay bubble. Meanwhile, like Hawk 2 was like number one and like Andrew Schultz. I'm like, damn.
You're near straight. Yeah, I love a little gay bubble though. Like
Me too. I want to stay in there.
Yeah, we had an all gay bubble this weekend, and I think that's why I was like so happy because again, Hacks is very gay. But also we watched Trixie Mattel's house tour. Did you see that one?
Yes.
Oh my god! First of all, her rose quartz kitchen was everything. I was like, I watched it 5 times. I even showed Moses. I'm like, watch this tour, and it's long. She talks a lot in it, but I was like, I absolutely loved it so much. I was like, oh man, my dream house is the rose quartz kitchen. What would be your dream? Not from not even Trixie, but like if you had your house and you had like a dream room, what would it be?
That is a good question. I think it would be like a room that has like, it's like nostalgia, like it has all the stuff from like my childhood, like collectibles and stuff, but it's also like aesthetic, like it's like a mature aesthetic, but like with the young like nostalgia stuff like showcase like very sweetly.
How?
You know,
Like how do you
So
showcase a
little
squishmallow?
museum vibes. Like a cozy
museum vibes,
museum.
yes.
Oh really? Wait, so I'm trying to figure this out. So you're thinking like a living room with like a shelving unit?
It would have to be like a basement or something. Like it'd have to be like not, because you know it's like the room where like you don't want like you to bring people over. It's I don't know, because it's not like cool or modern or whatever. I would have to be like the gaming. If I was a streamer, you know, like that would be like during my stream because the background would be cool. But it would be like cool like modern shelving, but then everything is like displayed like nicely.
Okay,
So
So
it
it's like-
has like a.
Because you have things you love. You don't want anyone to see or touch them, but you want to see all of them at
Gee.
once.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes, very museum vibes for sure.
Okay, so like, and you see it as like a little man cave downstairs, like you're
Like a doll
gaming.
cave. Not a man cave.
A doll cave. Okay, that's so interesting. That's your dream room.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
or my the other one is like an animal room, but like more like fish, because I love fish tank, and I know Malibu's in her fish tank era too.
Oh
so,
my
yeah.
god, yes, we got a fish. She loves it. And she loves fish. If you go to the Four Seasons Westlake Village, they have a, well, I wouldn't say it's a huge fish tank, but it's a big fish tank, and she just loves to just stare at those fish all day long. What is it about fish?
I don't know. It's like calming, right? I don't know. And they're fun to just like watch. I don't know. That's like the nerdiest thing about me.
They're
No.
magical. Think about it. She walks about life, and suddenly there's this thing, and these magical, colorful creatures just swimming
Living
by.
in this
She
thing
loves
of
it.
water.
They're so
I don't
pretty.
know.
She
Yeah.
loves to feed it. She always has feed fish in the morning.
so
she like
cute.
she
Yeah,
loves
she
the
wakes
fish.
up in the morning, say good morning to the fish, feed it, and at night before she goes to sleep, say good night, turn the light off.
It's so
she's
cute.
Very.
That would be our dream too, is to get like one of those big tank wall. I think Jake Paul has one in his house.
Yeah.
It's like a huge tank
I
for
reached
fish.
out to this like fish YouTuber. He's like really big in the fish YouTube
Ooh,
world.
what's his
And,
name?
Coralfish12G is his channel.
Oh.
So shout out
Sounds like
George.
a
Yeah.
AIM username.
I was like, if you're ever in LA, can you come set up a fish tank for us? And he said, yeah, I'm down. So
What
he'll
does
set
that
up a fish
mean?
tank. He works with like
my
the fish
God.
tank companies. Like
Do you get it for free?
he gets it for free, like the tanks and stuff, and he like decks them all out. This is so
What?
like niche, but he even hosts like a fish convention, like because he's just like the
Whoa.
face of like fish YouTube. I don't know, so it's pretty major.
I wonder how much. Like, would you put it in your apartment?
I don't know. I get scared because I'm like, I don't know if it
Oh,
floods
if
or
it
something,
floods.
but maybe our parents' house will just set it over there.
feel like you're
Or
about-
here, I'll just live through it, like put it in
Oh,
the
we'll take
entrance.
it. Yeah, we would have all the space for it. We
You
would
can
make
do it for
Yeah.
Oh my god, like a little pink setup from Malibu would
That
be
would
so
be-
cute with pink fish in there.
Oh yeah, she picked out pink unicorns, pink seahorse. What is the other
She,
ones in
she
there?
picked all of it. So we walked in the store and she was just grabbing things from the shelf
Mm-hmm.
and I just took everything. So there's like unicorns and there's 2 seahorses pulling a carriage. And then
Yeah.
she chose the sand, like a pink,
and
and
purple.
purple.
Oh my god.
Yeah, everything. She picked the whole.
I
She
wish we had
designed
a
it basically.
I wanted a scuba diver in there though. Do you have a scuba diver in yours?
No, mine's like a little bit more naturalistic, I guess.
What's that
I don't
mean?
know.
Just seaweed in
Like,
there?
just like wood and
Corals and-
yeah.
Oh really? You don't have anything pink in yours?
No.
Oh.
No, it's all like
Wow.
it's like more natural stuff.
Okay. I was hesitant to have another like living thing in our house. I was like, because one day that fish is gonna die, and then we have that energy in our house of
The
like a
ghost
dead fish.
energy.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of sad. Did you ever have one flop over?
A lot of times, yeah, like they jump out of the tank, but you know.
Oh, they
keep
jumped
it moving.
out?
The worst one was when I feel like it was more when I'm an adult because I'm like very like I hate saying it, but I am very like empathetic towards like animals that I'm like in charge of. So like
yeah.
like when I had a saltwater tank, it was so stressful because it's so specific, like how you have to take care of them, whatever. And I had like this clownfish that I named, and I was like so invested. But then the water was going down, and I was like panicking, and it died, and it was like very traumatic.
Because it didn't have water?
It had water, but like you have to have very like exact like chemistry to the water. Yeah, so salt water is tough, but
that makes me sad. Like even to think about our fish dying, I'm like,
no,
that dead fish energy. I'm just like,
be haunted by a ghost of a fish.
It happens. That so happens. I'm surprised no one's named their fish Trish, because I feel like that's literally
I'm
my
sure
thing.
someone will like post like I do have a
Trish fish.
Yeah.
I feel like our fish should be Trish because that's the name. That's
yeah.
the name of the fish. Well, we love that. I love the Trixie house. I want another house just so I can have more themed rooms, because I feel like, you know what I mean? Just to have different things, different themes in it. I love Jane Mansfield's house. She had like a pink mansion in Beverly Hills, and she always had like, her bedroom was what I want. She had like a pink carpeted room where like the floors, those ceilings, everything was baby pink carpeting with a baby pink, like a black silk bed and this really cool vintage. She actually had a cool living room with purple couches. So I think our next house will be Jane Mansfield inspired. And then what's the other thing? Wait, there was another room I really wanted. Oh, I want a Bridgerton drawing room. Like the all blue.
Yeah.
I just have people come in and there's little cakes available for you. And I think that would be so cool. And people have to like call upon you and be like, oh, you have a caller. Like that to me looks so fun to be in that drawing room. And there's like little chocolates everywhere and a piano. That's like another goal of mine.
Every time you get a text message, somebody prints it out and comes and brings you the text message in a little.
Actually, that's so dope. Yeah, everyone has to be. Wait, I wrote down my other dream rooms, so I want to manifest them because I really do want to get like in addition to this Just Trish house, I wanted the Bridgerton, the Jane Mansfield. Oh, the Elvis Peacock room. It's like I think Trixie had peacock. She had a peacock stained glass.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very Graceland. Like that's why I was like, I wondered if she never said Elvis, but I'm like, I wonder if she's inspired by Elvis because that's what I want. I've always
I
said
think
that
in that period of time, it was a common thing.
The
Like
pink
it's
peacock?
kind of like Art Nouveau, and I don't. There's a design. Yeah, they had like animals rooms.
Remember, I wanted our upstairs to be that. Like from the moment we moved into this house, I wanted the peacock room, but maybe our next house. And then there's this AI closet I love that I sent Moses, and I'll send it to you. It's like Xenon Girl of the 21st Century closet, and it's so cool.
Wow.
And I said, could you build? He's like, you can build anything, because I get duped. I get duped by AI, and I'm always like bedrooms for kids. I was like, oh, that's so cool. He's like, it's AI, but I'm like, but could you build it? He's like, well, you could build anything. So, those are my manifestations for the next house. I like how yours is just. You just want your things on display.
Yeah,
I like that.
I feel like I'm very
simple.
Yeah, especially going from like a 1-bedroom apartment. I feel like the bar is like not that high. Like especially like I see all the YouTubers' house. Like I think it was Laure or Jaclyn Hill. One of them had like a big 4th of July party, and the house is like the house like every YouTuber lives in, where it's like I don't know, it's they're all like made the same, like the white.
The James Charles is it like the modern farmhouse.
Yes, modern farmhouse vibes, and that is like I guess the ultimate goal. It just like looks aesthetically.
Oh, is that what you would want?
I think so. Yeah,
wow.
It's just kind of like classic.
I love that.
Like,
you're like the one everyone has. I want that too.
Which is good because that's all the valley. That's why they all have the same house.
That's true. Like Encino, it's very that.
And it's like the same like designer making the same exact kind of like house.
And that's yours. I bet you're gonna get one soon. I have a feeling. Like one day I just know you're gonna be like, I bought a house. I feel like you're there.
I hope so.
You hustled so hard, and you're doing 5,000 jobs at once.
Yeah,
so.
I know. That's why the Alissa Violet of it all. I was like, you know what? Which we'll get there, I guess. But I'm like, oh my god.
Before we transfer to that, let's shout out Laure and Jaclyn Hill. Okay.
Did you watch
July
party?
Who had it? And why were we not invited?
I can't tell if it was Laura's house. I think it was Laura's house. I think, but again, everyone's houses look the same, so I don't know. But
they have the
one
same
of them,
farmhouse.
Laure or Jaclyn. I love Laura's like house and aesthetic though. Like hers is also like very classic. Like I don't know, but Jaclyn on their podcast.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw clips on like.
I do too. Yeah, I don't know if anyone watches. I mean, hopefully you watch our full podcast, but I don't even know where you watch it. I just see the clips on
they have
TikTok.
a full coverage YouTube channel.
It's called Full or Fool?
Like FOOL coverage.
FOO, so like fool.
Yeah, it's like a pun.
I love a pun.
Yeah.
I do love a pun.
What
Full
was in
coverage
the
is
clip?
cool. Huh?
What was in the clip?
Well, I saw a couple. Jaclyn was on Jaclyn Hill, which she never does podcast. I don't think I've ever seen her in long format talking.
Yeah, maybe ever. I think. Yeah.
I saw the clip where she was like, she wants to have babies as soon as possible. But she said when she met Jordan, this reminded me of us. She said when she met Jordan, she goes 6 weeks into it, she got like in a big fight with him because he didn't want to have babies with her at 6 weeks after dating. And I was just like, that's very us coded. That was me. We had a real fight where you were like packing up your clothes, and then I was like, no, stay, because I was like, you have to leave. I can't do this if you're not gonna have babies with me. I will honestly, it's like 2 months into dating. Maybe it wasn't 6 weeks, maybe 2 months into dating. And you were like packing up your stuff. And then I got really sad. I was like, no, don't pack your stuff. Like, I want you to stay. But it was very, I was interesting that Jaclyn was like that because she said she didn't know if she ever wanted kids. But then she met Jordan and she's like 6 weeks, into it. I like want to have babies with him right away. So now she's like, I want to have them as soon as possible. Which she's another one. This is like the opposite of Alex Warren. She's 33. I thought she was younger, which I know like she's been around a while, but I always thought she was like 25 or something like that, like a Tana type.
I've always thought
she was older.
Not like older, but like around like my age, I think.
33. How old are you? You're 30.
31.
You're gonna be 32 next week. Oh, so
and Joey's 33. So yeah, I think it makes sense.
I guess I just think of everyone so young, but I guess that makes sense. Everyone aging because I was like, wait, I thought Joey too. He strikes me like 27 or something. Wow, I guess everyone has to get older and stuff like that. But I was like, maybe I should have her on the podcast because
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Just an apology tour for everybody. Be like, so sorry.
Work it out on the remix. Like, it's all about that.
Wait, what? Work
it's
it out
like
on the remix?
the Brat summer. Like,
oh, got it. The one, right.
Yes.
Right. Then I was like, should I go on Laura Lee's and apologize to her? Just go everywhere.
Might
and
as well.
I'm sure I said something about Manny. I could apologize to him too.
I'm sure you definitely.
At some point.
Yes, I'm sure there's a clip somewhere.
Maybe not though, because I never like to hate on like gay people too much. Like, I don't want to see like a hate crime or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like I've always been nice to, I never want to come across that way. But Laura, I probably definitely did a video at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Whether warranted or not. We've all moved on.
I know.
Yeah.
I just say sorry to everyone.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jaclyn would be open though. Like, I wonder if she would like
That's
talk
what I
about
was wondering.
stuff.
She seems like she's in a good like vibe. Like all the 4th of July stuff I saw that she was like having a key.
Oh,
she
where
was
did you see this?
Laura's Instagram and Manny's Instagram story.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were posting a lot. And it looked like fun. They were having fun. So, and then I think they went to the beach too. I know a lot. Oh my God.
They traveled. They did travel. I went to 4th of July once at Joey's house and Manny was there. And I remember it was only like 7 people. And it was like super awkward because I'm pretty sure maybe I did say something about Manny at one point because he was not talking to me. And it was super awkward because it was literally like 6 people and I was one of the 6. And I was just like, oh, this is awkward. It was like Manny, Joey,
I can
Daniel.
see it too because he's like so like ride or die for Laura. So like especially maybe if we didn't say anything about Manny directly, just coming for Laura would have been enough maybe to make him like
for sure. I would have been like that too.
Yeah.
I think maybe something happened at the Christmas party, right? Okay, because the original Laura Lee.
Yeah.
It was originally her apology. I remember I made fun of the apology video. So sorry for that. Like, that was in my mean era. Yeah, this is my apology to her. I'm sure I was overtly mean for no reason to that one. And I was just noticing when we watch on Patreon, we react to videos. I'm like, I was just so like aggressive in my delivery. Like, it's not even like what I was saying was wrong. It's just I was like so mad.
Yeah, I think that was the delivery. Yeah.
I was like, damn, girl, like calm down. I'm surprised I didn't have a heart attack at that age. That was a while. Like all of them. The Tati one, I was like, oh man, I'm so angry for like no reason. And then I think there was something, but I just don't remember. And I know the internet will like remind me something at Joey's Christmas party where maybe I brought an iPad and maybe Laura had it.
Yes. Oh my God. What was the tea? I wasn't there that year. I know I wasn't there that year.
Oh, did she like return it or?
Yeah, it was something where she brought the iPad.
Did she give it away? Was it in a giveaway?
Think so. Or she like oh yes, like a giveaway to her followers because she always did that. Like around Christmas, she would give away like all her PR and stuff.
Did she give away like the iPad I brought to the party? Or I guess technically she could have bought a new iPad, but I think people were saying it was. Or did she say she got it as a gift?
I think it was. I couldn't be misremembering, but I think it was the one that she won at the Christmas party.
And then she just gave it away, which is like kind of funny. But I'm sure I must have made a video about that because it was like a huge thing.
I'm pretty sure there was a maybe a one-sided back and forth, but like
I feel like there must have been. Yeah, she maybe already didn't like me because I did the apology
And then
thing.
was it the next year that you got banned?
Yeah. Me and Gabby got the boot.
Too much drama.
Gabby took it a little more personally, I think, but I was like, that makes sense, I guess. But honestly, boring. Did anyone talk about their parties the next year? No.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Everyone got mad at me for bringing an iPad and a Balenciaga sweatshirt. I'm sorry. Like, sorry I elevated the party. Like, you know what I mean?
That makes it fierce. Yeah, JoJo the next year brought like a whole Gucci sweatsuit.
Oh, did she?
And everyone wanted that. And then I remember Colleen and Nikita, I think, were fighting over it.
So
something like that.
It's okay when JoJo does it, but not when Trisha does it. Okay, I see. I get it. Got it. That is the real tea of it all.
I think she was young at the time. She must have been like, what, 17 maybe? So maybe it was more charming.
So why are you inviting her to the party anyways if she's 17?
Good point.
Oh my God. That's wild.
Because it was, I mean, Joey and Daniel were together. I was there. It had to be like 2018, 2019.
It was
And
definitely
she's
2019.
21.
I was there at the 2018 party.
Okay, yeah, so it was
2019 was my
2019.
spiral year anyways. That was, everything bad happening. So that was the same year. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it must have been 2019. She's 21 now. So, yeah, she must have been a teenager.
Oh my God. And not even be funny, but do you have to like ask her parents' permission to come to the party?
I don't know.
Like, you can't just invite a 17-year-old, like, come to the party, like, where there's a bunch of adults. You have to, like, ask her mom, probably,
I would assume they just reached out to JoJo, but I don't know.
You think?
I'm pretty sure
Just like a straight invite to a 17-year-old, be like, come to this party at my house, at my adult house.
That is a good point.
You know?
But
I
I
mean, she was
think
hanging out with Colleen from 13,
was gonna say,
so
yeah.
I don't think there was any adult
crazy.
monitoring her activities.
Like, does she come with her mom? Like, I don't know. It's, like, so weird.
I don't think her mom was there.
She just went by herself.
Maybe her brother, but I don't remember that well. I just remember because I came late and I remember they were already like opening presents and then seeing that JoJo brought like.
Oh, you went to 2019?
Yeah.
Oh, you got that invite. Yeah. Wow. You were invited every year?
I think.
Wow.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe. I think. How many were that? 2017, 2018, 2019? Or was it 2016?
I think this was
too?
2016. That
Which
one we were at where
Was
you're like on the
20
couch.
That was the first one?
That was 2016 because I had like
Okay.
that really long hair. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I was invited.
That's
to all of
crazy.
them.
And then what happened? They broke up the next year and they didn't have any more Christmas parties.
They 2019. Yeah. Well, it was also like COVID still 2020. So they broke up and then the mix of both, I guess. 'Cause
When did they
Daniel
break
was the
up?
one- When?
Yeah.
It was during COVID, like early into it, maybe March or April.
Who breaks up during COVID? It's like I have to stay together for that because who else are you gonna see?
Well, yeah, and they were living together too, like after post breakup, which was wild.
So why
Yeah.
break up to stay for a minute?
I don't know. I feel like with COVID, you either became a couple or a stronger couple or broke up. There was no like in between.
That's
you
very
know?
true.
Yeah.
Interesting because you're like finally just like with the person. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, we stayed together. You and not you and me, but us and our couples.
Yeah.
But you and me too. We stayed together. But we were a COVID couple that like made it through.
Made it through. Yeah.
Yeah, that like made it's weird how it accelerated. We always say that because it's like I guess technically now we've been together like 5 years, right? Like this is that how it works? Oh, God, it confuses me so much. We met 2020 and it's only 2024, but we spent 5 of my birthdays together.
Oh wait.
2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird? But you're only together 4 years.
Because 20 is 0, so 0.
Oh, 0, 1, 2, 3,
3,
4,
4, yeah.
5. Okay.
Oh.
But that's 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, 2024. So
Oh.
2024 is our
Got
5th
it,
year.
got it, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're on our 5th
yeah,
year.
So you're going on to your, that. There you go. Now that makes
Isn't
sense.
that weird?
Yeah.
Well, technically, we didn't celebrate my birthday that year together because you were not talking to me, but that was the year that weird stalker came to my house. Who does remember? Oh, Shane. I think Shane and Rylan came over that year. R.I.P. friendship. Do you see that trend now? It's like R.I.P. this. You would have loved this. I always see that, but no one's actually dead. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Like R.I.P. Shane. You would have loved this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's that one, and it's also like the close enough, welcome back. Like whenever you cosplay, it's always like
That's
close
what I
enough,
didn't get
welcome
either.
back, whatever you're cosplaying.
Because my
as.
Chapel Roan was like that. Like close enough. Welcome back, Chapel Roan. I was like, wait, what? Like,
I think you're supposed to do it with someone who isn't like around anymore or whatever. But
I
like,
was
yeah,
like, she's very
People
much
just, yeah, she's very much here.
around.
Yes.
That was so weird. I saw that too, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh man. Well, R.I.P. Daniel Joy's Christmas parties. You would have loved. See, I'm not good at coming up with memes. Like you would have loved. I don't know. I don't have anything. Daniel's an iconic Christmas decorator. Every year I tell Moses I'm going to get Daniel to come like decorate our house. But I'm like, I wonder if he actually would. Remember he used to
He
decorate.
would. He does people's.
You think?
Yeah.
Is he expensive?
I don't know. He does James's house every year.
Okay. Slay.
I don't know if it's like he makes videos out of it, so I don't know if it's that or I don't know.
Oh, a content exchange. You want to do a little
Maybe.
content exchange? Because he is so good. But I can't ever find work of it. I remember because I was trying to show Moses this because I'd be like, oh no, their Christmas parties were always so like lit. Like the decorations were
There's
beautiful.
snow and-
yeah,
yeah.
but there's like, you can't really see it in their videos. Because I literally did try to find, I'm like, okay, this doesn't look like, this doesn't, like, I couldn't find anything that like,
Yeah, I don't
Showed
don't
it.
think. I mean, Joey is not really like doing house, decor
Tours?
tours.
Yeah,
Really,
that's
I
true.
think if it has like on Daniel's channel, if anyone's gonna have it be on Daniel's channel, I don't know if
Oh.
he's started doing his own stuff until like later on. So maybe like 2019, maybe.
maybe showing
Yeah,
it.
because the snow was that the snow one.
Yes,
2019?
yeah. I remember because I wasn't there. I was not there. But he did a really cool one like 2 years ago, like a tinsel tree. It was like this old
Yes,
school.
and
And I
it
was
was
like,
like a viral thing. Yeah.
kind of want that. I don't know. I also wanted to clean out our garage and do like build sets there for like Halloween and Christmas.
Oh, that's fierce.
You know, just
Yeah.
have like a little photo shoot. Because I was thinking about ours, right? We'll probably do like Wicked. We'll do like all these like cool things. And I was like, ugh, I don't know. It's so cramped in here and I like love it. But I'm like, it'd be cool to build like a set or something.
Yeah.
This place I shot called Drip Dome, they literally, these two girls, which I love, they're like young girls, they built these sets themselves and they did like Jennifer Poole's like Jennifer body and they did like a pool scene recreation.
Whoa.
And they built the pool in their back of their like the alley of where they like live and stuff. It's so cool. So maybe they'll come out and do that. Because we're good at like decorating. Well, I'm not good, but we just like don't have time. So I need someone to come help me like
Yeah.
build
It's
a
like
little
a
set.
whole dedicated job.
Yeah. And I really take my Instagram photos seriously. I swear, ever since I started taking like good pictures for my Instagram, like I used to get 20,000 likes and now I get like 200,000 likes for like a good photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
It is. And like, I mean, the cosplays are always like so good. You have a very versatile face, I
But-
think. So
oh,
everyone gets like
thank
very
you.
gagged by them. Because I always see that every time you do a cosplay, it's like, wow, is there any looks you can't pull off?
Wow.
Yeah.
No. I saw a TikTok of this guy doing nightmare casting. You know, they do like dream casting for plays. He did nightmare casting. Did you see this for
No.
Hairspray? Did you ever see Hairspray?
The movie with
Yeah.
Zac Efron.
You saw it. Okay.
Yes.
So you know like the vibe of the
Yeah.
okay. I love it. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a musical you like.
Yeah, I'd
We love to see it.
With Amanda Bynes, Zac Efron, Nikki Blonde. Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
it all.
like
yeah.
the whole John Travolta, Queen Latifah, and he did this casting, and it was like literally like, who was Nikki Blonsky? Or who? No, I'm sorry, I forgot who he had as Tracy. But anyways, he had like Gypsy Rose as like Penny Pinkleton. He had the mom as her mom, like Dee Dee Blanchard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like nightmare casting. I want to say Colleen was like double casted in some roles or whatever, but this person had me as Link Larkin in Zac Efron cosplay.
That's fierce.
I was like, thank you so much. Because I'm like, I know this is like, I think JoJo Siwa was in there somewhere. Like, I know this is like nightmare casting, but like, would 1,000% do it if I had to be Link. That was so cool. I love that someone saw me for me. I was like, thank you. Because I was like, and the fact that that's remembered, I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would
funny.
love to do it. I saw Joey King singing it to Zac Efron, and
Oh,
he
yeah,
was into
an
it.
interview.
What was the one where it's in an I'm Link?
Yeah, Hairspray. Yeah.
And oh yeah,
Link.
and she did it so good too.
Yeah.
And I love that he just like is so embracing his nostalgia of his movies. I love him.
I know, me too.
We need to get him on.
I mean, who?
Is press done for that movie?
It is done. Yeah, the movie's out. It's
Well, it
been
was
out.
awful. It wasn't good. He's not coming on now, but it was just so bad. Where I really feel like it's almost like those New Year's Eve movies and the Valentine's Day movies where I feel like it must be like money laundering. I don't know. It's like alleged. But you know what I mean? It's not even alleged. It's something I just made up. But that's what I had to assume. Because, like, the movies are so bad.
You just have to think about like the movies that are so bad, like those like, I don't know, easy to watch movies, like they're so like rewatchable. You know what I mean? Like think about it, like
No.
Valentine's Day. Everyone wants to rewatch Valentine's Day on Valentine's
Who?
Day.
We watched it for the first time this year, and I'm like, this is the worst movie I've ever
But see,
seen.
you fell for it. You
Oh,
watched-
well, one time, never again. Even the New Year's Eve one we didn't finish. I was like, this is, but it has huge shows. It had Taylor Swift, Taylor Lautner,
Yeah.
like George Lopez. I just like a show. Who else is in that one? Who else was it? Ashton Kutcher was in Valentine's Day, I think.
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner.
What was the other one? Wasn't Bradley Cooper? I get them confused because there's the New Year's Eve, there's the
Oh, right.
Valentine's Day, and then there's the one like
He's just not that into you or something.
Yes, and that one was another one like Scarlett Johansson, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. And it's just like so weird. You know the guy that wrote that? Anyways, that's a whole lore. Trisha Laure. The guy who wrote the book He's Just Not Into You, his name is Greg Barrett. He had a TV show in 2006, and that's the first TV show I ever appeared on. 2 weeks after I graduated from high school, I responded to a Craigslist ad, and I was on the Greg Barrett show. Greg Barrett had me on for 6 more episodes, and I got my union status because of that, and then the show got canceled. But yeah, that was my first TV appearance, and I remember being like, wow, 2 weeks to LA, and I'm already on TV, and it was iconic, and he was great. And I don't know where he is now. Hopefully he's okay. I haven't seen him in so long. But Greg Barrett, he was on Oprah's like favorite things. His book, He's Just Not That Into You. And then he got his own TV show because of that. I was like,
wow.
And he was a Sex and the City like consultant.
I do remember. Yeah.
You do?
Because I remember reading that
Wow.
book, and then I remember like the Sex and the City stuff.
Yeah. He was like the straight guy consultant
Yes.
for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I liked him. We used to do so many videos together too after, and then I just like lost touch of him. But he always said I was a star. He always said that. And he always had me like come on and do like his like little podcast he would do. And he was on a couple of my videos. He was great. I don't know where he went, but he was good. I always think like, I hope he can see me now. Just like in my own basement doing the show.
He must
Probably
be so
doesn't care.
proud. No.
I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that he has a podcast.
Yeah, he definitely
yeah,
had like,
T.
he was like the original podcaster in like 2006. He had like podcasts, no, for sure. Because he does like stand up and stuff, but I don't know if he still does. Anyways, I really liked him. Greg Barrett, if you're out there, thanks for giving me my star. Look at me. Maybe if I had my own TV show, it would be more impressive, but Yeah, 4th of July was great. We were just chilling. We literally just...
Oh my God. Mine was cursed.
Really?
We were
You were saying that.
Yeah, we were barbecuing and well, my mom was trying to barbecue and then our barbecue caught on fire. Like
How?
melted.
What?
There was a propane leak. It was
Wow.
like, yeah.
Oh my God, did you have to call the gas company?
No, we were gonna call. My mom was like, maybe call 911 because
Yeah,
we didn't have
definitely.
a fire. I was like, well, where's the fire extinguisher? Like, she was like, we don't have one. And I know you're not supposed to put like water on a gas fire technically,
Yeah,
but that's
there's,
all
like-
we had, so we had to do that.
But there's a gas leak and you didn't call
the
emergency?
propane,
It's a propane tank.
yeah,
What's propane?
it's the thing under the
gas.
barbecue.
Well, what is it? Is it fire? Is it gas?
It's a gas.
That's the
Oh,
gas
so
that you
it's a
lit
gas
up.
leak.
Yes, but there's a fire. The fire was on.
Yeah,
As the
it was
gas.
like they turned it
Oh.
on, and I was like, "Is it?" It made like a
Jesus.
hissing noise. I was like, "Is this supposed to do that?" And they're like, "Yeah, it happens all the time." And then it just like caught on fire.
Where was your dad? I thought he knew everything.
My dad was inside. He got.
Oh my God.
He was out in the sun too long and got like sick. It was, I'm telling you, cursed. So then it was just us
Yeah.
outside. And I was like, I don't know if you're supposed to put water on it. We put water on it. Anyway, it went out, luckily. But
Did you call someone after? Because what if it's like
No, we-
still
we
on?
closed
Lucky that
the
thing could have
tank.
exploded. Like,
Yeah.
the
Oh
tank
my God,
could have.
that's... Wow.
yeah, it was cursed. It was cursed.
Did you guys get to eat?
Yeah, but then we ordered food.
Oh.
Then I was like, okay, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna order food. Then my mom started ordering food. I was like, don't order it. I'm ordering it. And then she ordered food from the same place. Then we had double
That
curse.
sounds like lucky.
But it was just like two. It was only like
Oh.
4 or 5 of us. So it was just too much.
Wait, why was it so small? You have such a big family. Where were the other people?
That's okay. And then then my grandpa is like really old, so like my other aunt was like has to like babysit him basically. But then we went to go pick up the food, and then he like had some medical emergency, so then we had to go to the hospital.
Oh my God, 4th of
yes,
July?
Yes, in the middle of us picking up the food, it was a whole fiasco.
Oh my God.
So cursed. Yeah, and then the fireworks are going on way too long.
Ugh.
My apartment is like next to like an unruly like complex, and they do fireworks just every normal day.
What?
And then on 4th of July, it was going like nonstop.
You see it from your apartment?
Yeah, we hear them
house?
all the time because it's literally like next door.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Are they kind of like
They're just
rednecks?
unruly.
Can you
Yeah.
say that? I don't know. I don't know what's offensive anymore.
It's just unruly.
Oh my God, unruly.
So then on 4th of July, it was crazy. It was just like until too late. And the 5th, the 6th.
just keeps
So,
going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh right, you have all brothers, right?
Yeah.
So okay, this is what I was wondering. I hear this just because I'm on Girl Mom TikTok, but they always say like if you have boys, like they go spend the holidays with their wives' families.
I think so. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
one of my brothers that I'm closest to is camping with his 2 like babies.
in 4th of July. On 4th of July.
Yeah. And then the other ones, are with their like wives' family.
What about Christmas?
The brother I'm closest to will do both in one day, and then my other brother that I'm close to will do like a different day, like the day after Christmas.
So you don't get to see him on actual Christmas.
Only one.
Theory is true then because that's how ours too. We have a brother and he's always with
I mean, even me, like
his
I don't
family.
see my dad's family. Like I only was close with like my mom's family. growing up.
Interesting.
Yeah, but a lot of my dad's family is still in Peru, so I guess that also is why. But
Oh, right. You're gonna go back and
Yeah.
forth. Yeah, I wasn't close with my dad's side of the family either. I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. We must have been always with they were also divorced, and my dad lived in California. We lived in Illinois, so maybe that was why too. But I thought that was interesting. So everyone's like, be thankful when you have girls because that means they're gonna spend all the holidays with you.
I think it's true.
think
It
so,
holds
too.
up in my family.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Love being that. Because I thought about that too, and I was like, yeah, I guess, like, yeah, Moses is usually with like my family and stuff like that. But again, different countries. But
Yeah.
yay, love that I have girls.
But that's why, like, because I always already like stressed after like all the antics on the 4th, and I kept saying like annoying like little news stuff, and then I think that's why I was like extra sassy with like
It wasn't relaxing for you.
no with like the more like the Zach Justice fans and like Alissa Violet.
Do
of
we
it
go
all.
there
I
now?
Was like, yeah, why not?
Okay, where are we at? Okay, yeah. Oh, by the way, Caesar salad turned 100 on July 4th.
I know, and then I feel like you were the only one that was like anti Caesar salad. Did you get called out for you being like,
no,
oh,
people
'cause-
agree.
Really?
Yeah, no, thank you.
I saw so much Caesar salad love that I was like, I was nervous this would be the take that like pushed you over the
Could
edge.
you imagine everyone starts turning on me for
Caesar
the
salad?
Caesar salad's nasty, and like I don't
like a
care.
Caesar salad.
Even if it said you could lose 10 pounds a day eating Caesar salad, I'd be like, absolutely not. Like I will not eat it. Like I'd rather just starve myself. Like that's
What is
so
it?
gross.
Is it the dressing?
I don't eat dressing on my salad. So
Oh,
when I do eat dressing, when I do eat salad, I always say no dressing. Because first of all, that makes it like wet and watery, and that's absolutely not. That sounds so gross and disgusting. I was trying to be on a health kick for a minute and getting those health nut salads.
Oh yeah.
But I would just eat the chicken out of it. I don't know. I hate the texture of lettuce. I hate the little carrots. I hate cold anything, like cold.
So is it just But isn't that just salad that you don't like then? Or is it like, why Caesar salad in particular are you beefing with?
Oh, what is
If it's-
Caesar salad? What's the
Caesar
difference?
is like the
Because
dressing.
that's just lettuce. Caesar salad is just lettuce. There's nothing else.
So what turned 100? The Caesar sauce? the dressing turned 100?
Yes,
Somebody
like the
decided, you know what?
combination.
Let's just do just lettuce and call it Caesar
Oh,
salad.
well, no. I mean, that just sounds gross. What is it? What's in it?
Isn't it the Caesar dressing? I think
There's a
anchovies
dressing-
in it, right?
Well, basically, Caesar just lettuce and Parmesan cheese.
And the croutons.
Sometimes anchovies. Not that many.
Wait,
times.
but
I
anchovies
don't
is
see
in
it.
the sauce, in the
Is
dressing?
it in the dressing? Yeah, like mixed in there.
Probably
I
in the
think.
dressing, but I've
Wait,
haven't
Not like
seen.
not like meat.
But everyone hates anchovies, right? Like everyone hates it. So why
I
would
don't
they?
eat fish, but I like Caesar salad.
And does
not-
it taste fishy?
I don't
No.
really taste it.
No, I was gagged.
You
when
never
they
think
said
about
was-
it.
Anchovies,
Yeah.
like
You don't
homemade.
taste it.
You love anchovies on pizza. You'll get anchovies on your pizza, which is like crazy.
I just
What?
me caught up with literally everyone. I saw Tana also was like kind of on your side because she said she had a Caesar salad that was 2 anchovy in it.
When did
Now
you say that? After I tweeted it? Or
It was
before?
when everyone was celebrating the 100th birthday of the Caesar
said
salad.
that.
Yeah.
What
so
did
you
she
two are
say?
very connected. She had one a couple weeks ago that was way too fishy, so now she's turned off by Caesar salad.
Oh,
She tweeted
interesting.
that. Yeah.
We are very connected. We talked multiple times over the weekend. I never get calls from Tana, and I was getting calls, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I ignore him, of course, because I was like, I don't want to talk to. I don't know. I'm just like it scares
Anxious,
me.
yeah.
And then literally she called me a couple of days. I think on the 4th called me a couple times, and the next day she said, can you call me tomorrow? But I was like, no, we need to call. I need to call you right now because I need to know what the issue is. Because I'm like, what is happening? Like we never do. And and then she called me at like 10 o'clock. She was in Vegas. I think she was partying, but she still
Yeah,
called
one
me.
of her friends' birthdays.
Oh, I love that you know. I
I
didn't even
literally
know.
keep up with everyone. Like, Jesus Christ.
Usually I do too, but I think I was like very offline because I was just like, because we had such a, for me, the 4th of July episode we did was like just all like, I just hated everything. I'm like, let me just get back to
That
liking
was a
things.
good way to go. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I was like-
it made me cranky to be like
Yeah,
plugged in.
I was like, let me get some happy news and so. But that's why I didn't want to talk to Hannah because I was like, oh my god, is this something I said? Like, you never know anymore. Like, what did I say? But actually, we were closer than ever because she's just like Anyways, we talked a lot, and I was like, oh, I kind of like love talking to her on the phone because she is like a little sister. Like, I really do think of her because I've known her for so long, so I just like I do think of her like that, and because we're closer now. But I love her. Anyways, yeah, we can get into it, I guess. But I just didn't know if we had any fun ones. I was trying to think of fun ones. Caesar salad.
Oh, maybe. Let me see if I have fun ones first too.
SZA liked my Chapel Roan cosplay.
Yeah.
I actually got really into her. So you were telling me, and I was like, let me look into her. And I was like, well, I actually really like her, and I would love her on
She's
the podcast.
cool. I saw her interview.
Chicken Shop Date.
Yes.
Yeah,
who
I loved
I
it.
love Amelia too. She's signed the same.
Agency?
Yeah, as you.
Maybe I can get on Chicken Shop Date.
Because I saw I think in your press release, or whatever, they put like the other names, and she was on there.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
same division as
yay.
you.
I'm ready to get booked. I've been ready.
And Chicken Shop gets like the big names.
yeah,
So, yeah.
SZA was pretty big, but that she liked. Well, it wasn't really even my post. She liked someone else posting
Yeah.
my post, but I'll
But it
take
was
it.
complimenting you. So
Yeah, I was like, instant follow. I sent her a DM. Maybe she'll get back to me. I also would like to perform with the Abani family
With who?
wedding.
Oh.
Justin Bieber got $10 million. I would do it for $10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that 10 million. But okay, is it? Because I know Rihanna performed that one last year, and people were comparing like the Rihanna to the Justin one. Is it the same like family wedding?
Yes, it's just a really long
How
wedding.
many- Wait, it's the same.
The
thing?
wedding hasn't even happened yet. It's just like little parties leading up to the wedding.
No.
Yes.
In India, it's a whole celebration. It takes a while.
But for this long, years? Like, I knew it took a while, but I think years is like a little crazy.
Whoa. So it's the same couple?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's the richest family in India.
Yeah.
Which is
But
huge.
we were saying again, and I said this about Rihanna, like, is 10 million a lot to Justin Bieber after taxes, paying lawyers? Like, he's getting what, like $500,000? Like, is that, or not $500,000?
5 million?
Yeah, 5 million. Is that a lot to him? Like, no, that can't even be like.
I mean, you perform for 20 minutes and then you get 5 million.
I was thinking like that. But you have to fly to India. I mean, I would love to fly to India. I'm not saying anything bad about that, but.
I don't know. I think it's just
the
like
whole
such
thing is
minimal
first
effort.
class. You know, the whole experience. You get to be hosted by the richest family in India. That's by itself is an experience.
I want to go.
And
I'd do it for $1 million. But maybe $1
Maybe
million.
more than $1 million. Because then if
Me?
you.
I think $1 million's a lot.
Well,
it's, not
They have
about,
the
it's more about
money.
them. It's more about them. They won't do anything that costs less than that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, $10 million.
Yeah, put the price up.
But Beyonce, they paid her to come over, and it was only $4 million for her.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And Rihanna got $6 million. See, it's all unequal, even in the celebrity world. Like, even women get paid less in that
You would
world.
think, yeah.
Like Rihanna and Beyonce, I think they're like above Justin Bieber as far as like popularity, right? Or am I wrong?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like, not
But
even
it's
in a
about-
shady way, just like.
But it's not
Yeah.
about that. It's more about negotiating. So it's like, let's say she's performing, she's out there doing. He's not performing. Like you have to pull him out of his life and convince him to perform.
And if you see, I bet you next year,
So-
whoever they get, it'll be like, oh, you paid Justin 10, then give me like 15.
Oh,
Maybe it
inflation,
keeps
yeah,
like, you see
going
how
up.
much they pay, and like, okay, then,
I'll do 12
then-
million.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Because because I think maybe that's it. Because I feel like maybe Rihanna saw Beyonce got 4 and was like, okay, 6. Like, you know, I feel like that's maybe like
That
the
makes
negotiation of it all, maybe.
I love it. I would love to go to India. I've always said this. I have a very strong connection to India. I think maybe if we have a third kid, I'd adopt a baby from India. I've always said that. I've always wanted to go to India. I always felt a calling there. I feel like that's, I don't know why. I just really love, there was a phase I went through for sure, like 2 years ago, where I was like really into like Bollywood films and stuff.
Oh, I can see that.
I love it. I always wanted to like make a Bollywood film. That was like my goal. Still could happen, I guess.
Very Cheetah Girls of you. Their third movie was Bollywood.
Yeah, One World. I love Cheetah Girls version of India because they always wear the bright colors and stuff like that. They're like, One World.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
They're great.
first concert I went to, I think, was the Cheetah Girls concert.
Where?
I was a Cheetah Girls stan. It was at the Universal Gibson Amphitheater. Like, it was connected to the Universal theme park.
Just outside, like on that little stage outside AMC?
No, it was like a little amphitheater connected to it. It was indoors, but yeah, Hannah Montana, not Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana opened for the Cheetah Girls.
No way, she just performed as Hannah?
Yes.
That's iconic.
I think it was her first ever like concert outside of like, you know, they didn't film it. But I was listening to Hannah Montana today to get into like a good mood. Actually, I think it helped a lot.
Which one?
I saw an article that was like the new generation of pop stars is all thanks to like Hannah Montana, because they all like
Really?
Sabrina, Chapel. I forgot who else they put in there, but Rolling Stone wrote this article about how Hannah Montana influenced like the Gen Z or like these younger. Yeah, because Chapel said like who inspired you. It was like Lady Gaga, Hannah Montana.
No,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's kind of everything.
Yeah. So and
I guess
I
I
was
was just like not
thinking
my
about
era. I just didn't get into it. Maybe I should have. I don't know anything about it.
it was very much my era. I mean, Miley's like
Yeah.
my age, so I feel like
Okay.
8th grade I remember so vividly. 8th grade was like when Hannah Montana like first got like announced, because it was like 2006.
Okay.
And then I was like a stan like immediately.
Really?
Like, immediately.
Yeah, I guess you kind of go with like your age. Like I liked Lizzie McGuire because I was like my age. We were the same
and I
age.
loved Lizzie McGuire, but like I didn't stan. Like Miley, I think was the first like stan. Yeah, like in my locker it was Miley Cyrus in like my freshman year locker, which explains kind of like why I was bullied. But it was like Hannah Montana, Ali and AJ, Taylor Swift, like Carrie Underwood. I don't know why. Like,
That's so random. Do you want American Idol that year? You're like, I love her.
Literally.
I saw a meme that's like what gay guys are into and what straight guys are into. Have you seen that one?
No.
And it's like Britney Spears like half naked for I'm a Slave for You, like gays are into, and then the guys is like MMA fighters like hugging each other like naked and
That
stuff
is
like
so
that.
tea,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I was like, that is kind of true actually. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I guess because I hate like wrestling and boxing all the time. Like, I don't know. Not that it's like gay to like that stuff, but it is interesting that guys like to watch.
It is like very.
Guys
there is
wrestle.
an element of homoerotic. Like when you see
Yeah.
like Jake Paul and like whoever he's boxing, like they get in each other's faces and like they're wearing little just underwear for the weigh-ins or whatever, and they're like in each other's face. And it's like,
It's so Bridgerton, like
Yes.
breathing heavily into each other's faces. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is kind of, and nothing wrong with it, but it is. And they do hug each other for a long time. There must be a reason, but like in boxing, there's sometimes where they just hug each other for like a full minute. Like they're just, maybe they're like holding each other up or something, but they're just like at the end of the fight and they're just like hugging and rocking back and forth.
so odd.
Yeah. And like you said, they're in like little undies. Like, why do you have to be in little underwear to wrestle? You know what I mean? That's kind of random, right? Get a leotard on
They
or
just
something.
get very emotional, you know.
Yeah, so I never understood it. I just never understood it, but you know, no one's gonna cancel me for that because I don't think the audience is with me on this one. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, like
I do like when it gets really theatrical with like the girls, like the divas or whatever. I think that's fierce because I saw like on Twitter like last week there was like a viral clip of how they like get into the ring. They're doing like backflips and like doing all these theatrics. It's almost like drag, and I'm like, that's fierce. I love when the girls get like all like tea and like,
yeah. Rebby Hardy is back doing it with Matt Hardy.
Oh, really?
She's like back on doing wrestling. She sent me like a little clip of it, and I was like, oh my god, girl, let me be your valet. Like I would love to do it. That'd be so much fun. She looks so good too. I do love a female wrestler for
Me
sure.
too.
The females I get. See, once again, I get them, but it's like the guys, like, and it's all fake anyway. So like, what are you rooting for? Like,
True.
it's all theatrics. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird to me,
I
but
saw John Cena just retired from wrestling or something. I'm like,
I
I thought he was
retired.
out.
Yeah. I'm like, isn't he like 60? And not in a bad way, but he's actually 60, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know he was still like I don't know.
Ricky Stenicki was so good though. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I
that was.
still have to see
you
Ricky
have to
Stenicki.
see it. That was actually a very good movie. I was like, this kind of slaps actually.
I like that's why it's like whenever someone's like, well, Trisha said this about like this artist or whatever, and then you stand like a week later, literally Ricky Stenicki, because the week before it's like stupidest movie. Why would they make this money laundering blah 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 next week? Ricky Stenicki, best movie ever. You need to see it.
So funny. It's so funny. I still want to like rewatch it. Like it's so good. Like we have to watch it. We'll do a little deep dive next
I
week into
remember
it.
so vividly, like, why would Zac Efron do this? It's so below him. Like, he's doing these, like, high, like, artistic
Iron
movies.
Claw,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's doing the Iron Claw. Why is he doing Ricky Snicky? We're going backwards. Next week, love Ricky Snicky.
So good. Zac Efron was the best part about it, but John Cena was actually pretty good in it. And I don't like John Cena because I don't like the way he treated, like, the Bella girl that he was dating.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
I always forget about that. Yeah, you're right.
Again, I've only seen clips, but I just remember this, like, one clip where she, like, cooks dinner for him, and he's, like, mad about it. He's like, my marble and this.
Yes, because she used his kitchen to cook.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I thought we were going out. And then, you used my kitchen to, I was like, oh my God, that like pissed me off so much. And he was so like ungrateful. And he's like, I thought we were going out and blah, blah, blah. I was just like, I don't know, it turned me off, but he is funny in that movie.
Credit where credit is due.
Yeah. Was he in an Amy Schumer one too, I think?
Trainwreck. He was like
Yeah.
a love interest, I want to say.
He was like the bad, because Bill Hader was like the love interest.
Oh,
but
he
I
was
think,
like the bad boy that she was sleep F buddy kind of
yeah,
vibes,
and I think he was like, Gabe, because remember he's like, oh, I love the way you look in those jeans. It looks like a man from behind or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I love that. Amy Schumer was great at one point, but she kind of fell off, huh?
Yeah, and the moment was gone. There was like a body positivity moment with her, and then I think she just got like too annoying for the general public. I think she was another one that just had like really hot takes. Like, yeah,
oh, that too, yeah,
yeah, and then people got tired of her. But like she was supposed to have a movie with Jennifer Lawrence that never happened, and then she was supposed to be Barbie, and thank God that didn't happen. But
that would be wild if she was Barbie. That would have been such a different movie.
Yeah, because I think her take on Barbie was like making fun of Barbie, but then obviously like the Margot Robbie take was like you're celebrating Barbie. And
Yeah, we love that more.
Me too, yeah,
because that would
very
have been
much.
wild. Because even look back at the Trainwreck movie, which I thought was funny at the time. I'm like, it's kind of like. No, it wasn't. But it wasn't that. It was it's the one where she hits her head and she thinks she's skinny.
Yes,
what's that?
I forget what it was called, but
Unpretty or something. Not Unpretty.
Something like that. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
seeing it in theaters, and like the end, she was like modeling, and everyone's like making fun of her or something because she thinks she's skinny.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I guess Trainwreck is kind of like that because she also does like a bikini contest in there.
Yeah.
Or is that the same? Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. They're all kind of the same. Not gonna lie. Like all the Amy Schumer movies are very similar. But I'm like, isn't that like the opposite of body positivity? It's like, because
I feel
think
pretty.
I feel pretty.
Yeah.
And it's like she had to hit her head to feel attractive.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, now I feel. Rebel Wilson did one like that too. It was another one where she like hit her head, and all of a sudden she's like in this world where like
Yes.
what was it?
I forgot. It came out on Valentine's Day. Liam Hemsworth was her love interest.
Was it Liam or was it Chris? Or
It was Liam.
Wait, really?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Because I remember thinking like, okay, so attractive.
Isn't it romantic?
Right. So she had like hit her head to like, if I had this guy find her attractive and for her to find herself attractive, it was like so weird. And I'm like, these are kind of not body positive.
No, but at the time, I remember I ate it up.
Yes,
I was like,
no, for
wow,
sure.
I love seeing big girls. You
Yeah.
know?
You know, and I was like, no, it's the opposite. Like you have to be in a
Looking
fantasy
back,
world.
I'm like, damn, this is odd.
Then at the end, she ends up with the guy from Pitch Perfect. What's his name? God, what is that guy's name? It sounds like Adam Levine.
Adam
Devine. Devine, yeah. Like and then it's like, well, I'll just take this guy, I guess, whatever. It's like so weird. That's why I again love Bridgerton. I love when there's body positivity and the girl's just actually like attracted, like the person actually wants her because she's hot, not because she's not. It's like a joke where it's like, oh, I hit my head and now I like this person.
It's, oh, I see you for your personality.
Yeah,
it's like
no, be
it's also like
into
a
me.
physical. Yeah.
So I like that we're going more that direction, but. My Trish the Tavern movie. I really had a dream about it again last night. I think it's going to be made for sure. Because I was thinking about my scars under my boobs, and I'm like, I really would like to show them because they're very bad, actually. Usually I show people just the lollipop part of it, but the under part is so Frankenstein. And I'm like, ugh, I want to show it.
And now's the time. We're like in the era of like, full body, like real body positivity,
right. But then it's like my fake implant has scars. It's like, we love our natural bodies, but what's that scar from? I don't know, just me altering my body 10 times.
We love women doing whatever they want with their bodies. That's the angle.
That's the
yes.
angle. And I would love to have representation for the scar community out there. You know what I mean? That it's okay to have a C-section scar. I'd show it all. Like, right, the C-section scar. I have so many scars. And I think the Frankenstein makes it cute. Like, it ties it in and makes it like a cute little vibe.
Oh my God. You could have that one song. It's like, there's scars and you're beautiful. You're scarred and you're beautiful.
What is that song? Is that a real song? Who does that? That's everything.
Alessia Cara. I forgot how it goes. You're scarred and you're beautiful.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Having like girls who don't see themselves as pretty and like, harm themselves or like they, if you're scarred.
Okay.
It's basically saying like, the trauma, whatever you're going through, you're still beautiful, like no matter
Got
what.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
that
love
can be the
that.
thing.
Okay.
The closing song, like the end credits,
That's
it's like
cute. I love that. Okay. I love a scar celebration. Oh my God, that's actually sad though. I feel bad. Oh my God.
No, it was an empowering song.
Yeah,
I always
good.
listened to it. I was like, wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
It's sad. Then I started thinking about that like, oh my God, that is actually so sad when like people like hurt themselves.
I know.
I know that's who was talking about this, doing meet and greets, and it's like hard for them.
Chapel?
Is it Chapel that's in it? Oh, maybe, yeah.
People would like trauma dump on her, and she's like retains all that like emotional trauma.
But it's so real. Like,
Yeah.
I actually like love doing it too. Like, I used to love doing meet and greets, and then like, yeah, it was the same thing, and I understood it because like obviously I like trauma dump on everyone on the internet. I'm like, here's my trauma, so like I get it. Like people want to say it to me, but it is a lot. And I always think about that. Like people would show me like their scars, and I didn't really fully understand it at first because like I wasn't familiar with it. Like I just didn't know what those meant. And then I remember someone like telling me, and like now I like think about it. I'm like, oh my God, that's actually like. That actually makes me so sad because, again, now I have, like, daughters and stuff. I'm like, oh, God, like, it makes me so sad that people would want to, like, hurt themselves.
I know.
You know? Because I don't want to say I never, like, felt that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what that's like. But I'm like, that makes me so sad to, like, think. There's another one. I don't know the name. And it's, like, I don't want to be, like, insensitive to the story. But there's another girl on TikTok, a young girl who, like, I think passed away from, like, bullying and stuff. And it's, like, really sad. And I see it all over. And I'm just like, God, it's, like, when you get to that level, like, do they... Because maybe they don't tell their parents, but I'm like, God, I hope I would know. Because some people like, you wouldn't know. They're just so happy. I don't know. It's like really sad. But,
yeah.
you know.
I think it's easy for people to hide, too. Because I remember it was like Demi Lovato, I think, also like went through that. And she like was covering it up. And I remember there was like, I think it was like Perez Hilton or something. Like I remember that's how people like found out. Because there was one like photo where like her sleeve was up and you could like see it or whatever. And like this was obviously like before like the mental health like awareness, you know, so people were like
making fun of her.
Yeah, like there wasn't like a sensitivity to it, you know. But yeah, it is like I think in general people are good at hiding it because if she's like performing, she's on TV and stuff, and you don't see it,
cover it up.
Because she would also wear like a lot of bangles.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I didn't know that about Demi Lovato.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel like I don't know much about her, but I feel like everything I do learn is like I always see these like little sad clippets of her, and I'm like, oh my God, it makes me like so sad for her.
Yeah, she's been through a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. I don't know how we transition out of sadness. We need like a slide where it just like gives us a minute. You know what I mean?
Intermission.
It's so much. It's just like, and I feel for people. I guess my whole point is like, I feel for you out there. I don't know, like. Tell someone. People care nowadays. I feel like nowadays people are way more sensitive
and like
to
understanding. Yeah.
Like the girl on TikTok that like it's kind of viral now. People are talking. I wish I knew her name, but people are talking about her, and it's like good because I think the mom posted something about like these girls that were bullying her, but TikTok took it down. Like TikTok was like suppressing the mom from saying the names.
Really?
Because I guess maybe they're minors or something. I don't know, but people were like, no, they should let them know who bullied this person to like literally this. And anyways, it's crazy, but everyone's talking about it, which is good, and people do care. And
yeah. See, that's the bullying that you should be spreading around Alissa Violet. Like,
okay,
there you go. There's a transition. Alissa, that's the kind of bullying that you should be like, don't do that bullying. Because that is very specific bullying, especially like, you know, girls and like actual normal people who are struggling mentally. You know?
Yeah, that's an advocate. This thing was so wild. Like, it was so crazy because like it's so weird because I actually had talked to Tana like literally the night before all this happened and it was nothing about this at all. And then the next day I see this and I'm like, what happened? Because it was like, I literally talked to Tana at like 11 o'clock at night. I think it was like, maybe it was Friday, maybe it was the 5th. And I think this came out like Saturday the 6th or something. And I'm like, or maybe, I don't know. And I was just like, this is like so weird. Like what is happening in the universe? Like so odd. It is wild. I don't know. This is all wild. There's so much to unpack. And at the same time, it does like, okay. You said it. Because it also can be like it's like a little triggering for me, the parts that like involve me a little bit, even though like I'm not really involved, but like a little bit. I kind of was. She kind of threw my name out there. I was like, girl, what did I do? I'm just like sitting here. Just because I'm associated, like, damn. Just get my name thrown around. And it's like, and it's actually like super triggering in a way. Like I didn't actually realize how triggering it was when she said my name. And I was just kind of like, and then like, you know, you read the comments and stuff. Like I read the comments, so I just like to gauge where the internet is. And then I'm always just like, I'm just done for the day. Even though like people, again, obviously, whatever. Can set it up. You're good at setting things up. I'm a probiotic smoothie.
I always quote now, like, Trish, you just sit there and you look pretty.
Yes,
I always quote Tana saying, I say it all the time. Like my coworker, like he didn't want to like clap back at like people who were making us do all this crazy stuff, and I was like, Clint, you just sit there and look pretty. Like I'll handle it.
Wait, who was it? Like a boss of yours that wanted you to do
no,
stuff?
No, it was like someone because like our manager quit, so now me and my like other coworker are like in charge of everything, and then all these people come out of the woodworks like, oh, you're supposed to be doing this, this, and this, and I was like, no, like that's not my pay grade, honey. So it's like, no.
You're not your what? Your big grade?
Not my pay grade.
Oh, pay grade. Above it or below it?
It's like above it. I'm not getting paid the manager wage, so don't give me all this managerial work. That's like,
they should give you a raise.
T, like until you do, I'm not gonna be, you know, caring about like distribution. I don't know, whatever. Anyway,
distribution.
So you just sit there. And
okay. I'm like, oh.
Alissa Violet, who I did really like because in 2019, I believe, she like had all these like really sad tweets about her relationship with like FaZe Banks, who's like a popular streamer. He's a gamer because he's in the FaZe group, whatever. And she like said all this stuff about how she alleged that he was like cheating on her, like in their guest house, or when she went away to a friend's wedding, he would have girls over, and like she alleged that he like broke her phone like 10 times or something, and then he had like a violent outburst in Las Vegas. That one was documented, not at her, just like he damaged like the hotel room.
Oh my God.
So she tweeted all this stuff, and that's when I followed her because I was like, damn, I feel bad for her because she's like, she just went through the whole Jake Paul relationship, and then now she's with FaZe.
And the Jake one, I had seen not recently. She also said the same thing. Jake would bring girls over to the house and like have sex with them like upstairs, and he'd just like do it on purpose. Like,
because they were in the Team 10 house.
Yeah. And she had to make content. She was under contract or something, and she had to like listen to it, but like she couldn't bring guys over or something like that.
Yeah, it was like in her contract that she couldn't bring guys over, but he could bring girls over or whatever. Yeah, so the power dynamics were all like whack.
Yeah.
With that. So like I felt for her.
So it's obvious like this girl is victim.
She's been through a lot,
yeah,
for
she's
sure.
Been through a lot.
Yeah. And she hasn't been very like active on social media. So her big like comeback was clapping back at Tana for making a joke about I guess it's Jimmy Blur, whatever. I mean, everyone's gonna know.
But I don't want to say the name because it is a little triggering. We'll just call it like a man, just because it is like it actually is. When I was like talking about it, I actually got like a little triggered.
I was thinking about that. I was like, how do I explain?
Yeah.
Tana was making fun of a man who goes on TikTok live pretty regularly and panhandles essentially, and Tana just posted a TikTok that was like, oh, at least I'm not this man, and that caused Alissa to like clap back and be like, so like, Tana, are we shaming everyone now? Like, are we bullying? Like, why are we normalizing like shaming and bullying someone who has kids and is just trying to raise money? Like, not everyone can post their butthole on
that was wild
OnlyFans and make $1 million. Blah blah blah. And
but let's not shame.
Let's not shame. Like, I get that you can just like post your naked photos on OnlyFans and post your butthole and make $1 million.
But he's just trying to make a simple living. He needs to make a simple
He's
living.
trying to raise money for his kids. Like, okay. Like,
yeah.
It like bothered me so much.
Yeah.
I get like the protect your piece, whatever. I was like, it's out the window because I'm just annoyed.
Let me just make it clear. Like, it actually really did bother me. But I was like, that's why I had to get offline because it actually like bothered me so much. And of course, I want to like snap back and like. That's why I kind of read the comments a little bit to see if, as they say, pass the vibe check because I just wanted to see people understanding where Tana was coming from because I was like, wait, that's not it at all. Like, you're missing the point completely. Like, what are you obviously know nothing about the situation. And so it actually did make me mad. But then the comments, like I said, past the vibe check where they kind of like, they don't forget, they remember, they made points that I forget. There's like 10,000 points to be made in rebuttal to what Alissa said. So I was just like, okay, people are like getting it because I wanted to so bad. And it's not even like protecting my peace. It's more like going in the past, like what, because it is kind of a little related to me in that sense where I'm just like, especially the Tana situation. Everyone knows, like, infamously, this is like the hill I literally died on for the vlog squad, right? Is like, or for Tana actually, because it was just like, it was what they say, the straw that breaks camel's back. Like, it like literally was just like too much. And I can get more into it, but like I just remember even off camera, like people were showing clips of stuff that happened on camera with Tana and this person, like super inappropriate, like interaction, like, in my opinion, like when she was 18 and 19 is when I was like witness to it. It happened like multiple times, just like threesome joke with Tana as a 19-year-old. And I feel like, the last time it happened, it was like off camera. That was the most harassing stuff when they asked Tana to come over and it was like midnight and they were trying to like figure out a vlog or whatever. And like, this is off camera, right? Like just asking like Tana, like, what will it take for you to have the threesome? And I wasn't down for it. So I like pretend to sleep for this. I'm not in it, but I'm still hearing it all. Then it's like, well, what can we like pay you to just go into a room shirtless with this guy? Like they were just like really like pushing this stuff. And I think at the time she might've been dating someone. Cause I remember she said that, either that or she just said it as an excuse. She goes, no, like I'm dating someone. I'm not trying to do this. And I just remember them pushing so hard and her being just like, obviously trying to say no in like 10 different ways, and it just like kept going. So that was literally 2 days before all hell broke loose for me because I just like, I couldn't take it. And I said that, I was like, I don't want any of that in the vlog. And then 2 days later, I remember they put another Tana bit where I wasn't around. This was like 2 days after that. And it was Tana and Madison Beer and just talking about why they were in like this car, the Tesla, like, oh, like same sort of thing, like just sexualizing her in the car with this guy that like I was like dating at the time and stuff like that. And I obviously wasn't around. It made the vlog. I remember calling David and being like, this is like disgusting, whatever. And he's like, oops, it was like an accident. Natalie said it was okay. Like, won't happen again. And then that's, of course, when I made my video and just was like, I don't care what bridge I burn. Like, I'm burning all the bridges because this is like so disgusting. So like I put up with like a lot, but I feel like Tana, and it's like, it's not even like Tana and I were super close at the time. I just remember being like, this is like so gross. Like this girl who's like so young and they're like pushing, and she's clearly uncomfortable. And it was just like so embarrassing to be associated with. So I just had to like put that out there. Alissa did say like, oh, I didn't know about all this stuff when she doubled down. She did say like, I didn't know, but like now you do know. So why are you still like doubling down and defending, especially someone who's been through by not only male, but specifically male influencers that have a lot of power? Because I think Tana has even said, you know, it's just like you go with the flow because that's like what they're cool or whatever. You know what I mean? You just kind of go with it because either one, you think it's okay because she was like 18, 19, she's just going along with it. And then like later on being like, oh, that's creepy. And Tana herself has said, no, that's like so disgusting and so creepy that person did that or whatever. So it just was like a weird hot take. Anyways, you can keep going. I just wanted to like interject that because I think that's like a really big point to make. And again, it's like not living in the past, but I think it's a good context into like why this person is, you know, obviously having a little, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. When you see it constantly in your face, right? You see it constantly in your face and you're seeing this person that like, you know, you're not cool with or whatever. Like it just makes sense to like say something about it. But in no way, I don't think it's like bullying or shaming.
No, and also to chime in, even the man's friends are making the same jokes on their respective podcasts.
Well,
and like also like donating to him as like a gag, you know what I mean? Like, oh, here's $20 and like going and like
laughing about it. And it's totally okay. You sent me like a screenshot of this too, like where it's like it's like okay when guys do it. It's kind of like the JoJo bringing an expensive gift to the party. It's like okay if JoJo does it, but not Trish. And it's same thing. Like everyone talks about it, including like you said, his own friends that he's still friends with and stuff like that. Everyone talks about it, and it's in your face, you know what I mean? It's just you see it constantly. Like I don't go an hour without seeing this person, you know what I mean? It's just like in your face, and it can be like triggering, right? I guess this is why it triggers me too, right? Like when I was talking about earlier being on an apology tour, like apologies go like such a long way, right? Like, and I was the one constantly apologizing to David, to everyone. And it's like, maybe I wasn't the wrong for some things, but it's like, I never once got an apology for anything. And then later on finding out stuff that they like made fun of me and laughed at me and coming to film me and all this stuff like that. It's like, so it's like not getting any sort of like apology or something and be like, that was up. Like it's like it's a lot. And then to see that person, kind of like what we talked about with like Jeff seeing David, right? Like on Snapchat and doing all these like TV shows, like it can just be like a lot. Like this person did something to ruin my life and like they had taken no accountability for it. So yeah, you like see it constantly but I guess bottom line of this is like, right, like Alissa, it does seem like a personal attack more on Tana.
Yeah, because it also started with not even like that element. It started with a different take that Tana did where she stitched like a TikTok of a girl saying like she was like out in the woods. She was like, how I live my life in no drama or whatever. And she was like romanticizing just like being like isolated, no drama, which is fine for some people. And then Tana stitched that making a joke. And it was like, girl, Diva, that's not going to be me. Like even if I could be like isolated in the woods, like I would figure out the drama. Like I would be involved in something. Yes,
same, yeah.
Literally. And
yeah.
It was just like, it was very unserious. It was a joke. And then that was Alyssa's like first thing. She was like, she tried to post it on TikTok. She said it wouldn't get posted to TikTok, so she posted it on her Snapchat. And it was like, Tana, like, why are you calling this girl a pick-me all because she's living her life drama-free in the woods? Like, oh, so now she's a pick-me? Why can't women just live their lives however the way that they want to live?
So she already had like a little bit of
she was already like going after Tana.
Something.
Yeah. And this was like literally like Tana was laughing. It was like just the most like unserious like take ever. She was basically just saying like that could work for some girls. Like with like Tana, she's looking to be in some kind of like drama. And it's just like, it's fun to key. It's fun to be a little messy. It's fun to gossip. Like,
right.
It's not for everyone, but it's for us.
Right. And she's not even saying anything. Again, why is it okay for like Tana is not like if a guy does it, like the Zach Justice doll, right? His dark humor, as he calls it, it's a joke. He's a comedian. All the guys get away with it.
Theo Vaughn or like Andrew Schultz.
Oh, they're comedians. Yes. But Tana also is. Like she also is a comedian. She's literally an entertainer, but she can't make jokes. Like it is great. So it sounds like it already was this like attack. Also directing people to Snapchat is wild because like, I'm taking myself out, yes. But also go to my Snapchat. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So
it's such an odd stance. And I didn't like seeing that, like that was this inciting incident. And then like the one that actually got posted was like defending this guy or whatever. And it's like, this is going to be your platform of all. Okay. Yeah. Even if you wanted to like clock Tana's tea on something, there was about a dozen or so things that you can clock her tea on. It's like us like listing the scandals last year of
right.
like her,
we have the list.
Yes. There's like a dozen or so
Yeah.
scandals that you can clock or tee on. This is the one.
That's what the comments were like.
This is the
what?
one.
I was like that too. I was kind of like, this is so confusing.
Random. Yeah, defending someone who is doing just fine, by the way. He's doing just fine.
Yeah.
He is still living in a very nice house. You know, he has a nice lifestyle. It's not like Tana's like punching down at anyway. This is what I can't understand. Like, the reason it's a gag and the reason people are like having a laugh over it is because like it's someone who had all the resources in the world and could have done whatever with it, but instead funded a lot of like narcissistic, like, you know, passion projects, like little comedy specials or his own movies or whatever, and then didn't have anything set up for a life without David, you know what I mean? So that's really the gag of it all. So it's like you had all the resources in the world. It's not punching down at someone who's like just working a normal like 9-to-5 job trying to make a living. Because you know what I did when I had 2 jobs and one of them like cut my pay in half? I applied to nice stores. Like I applied to Target.
Yeah.
I literally have the email screenshot. Like it's not me being
When
relatable.
I met you, I remember you
Yes.
said that. You're like, I was about to.
I literally
applying
the same
Target,
week I had an email to set up my interview at Target to also work my like normal 9-to-5, my editing job, and then Target on the side, which is what people do when they like are down on like and need to like afford to provide for people.
Yeah, and the same person also was punching down on those jobs because I think it was Zach Justice who said like, why don't you just get a
normal job?
And he's just like, what am I supposed to do, work at Lululemon? And it's like that to me is kind of like the most wild take because I was like, ooh, that's like you're thinking you're above people because look, if you're a content creator, if you're a social media person, I've done OF too, and people look down upon it, but like you're providing content, you're providing product for people.
You can't shame someone for working like a normal job, you know what I mean? But
then shaming Tana for doing the OF is like wild. And then she did it again when she was like, wasn't even shaming her for doing OF. It's not my vibe, but it's like, but that's shaming.
I was laughing because I forgot what that platform was called. No, you didn't. It's like literally, everyone knows it. You're like are online. You're like a young girl online, grew up in the Team 10 era, and you don't know what like you know what it is. It's so bizarre. And then it was like, okay, so we're gonna live in a world where shaming and bullying is okay. Well, I don't want to live in a world like that. But then, girl, log out and set, like, all you had to do was just, like, keep it in your notes app, keep it in your drafts, get a journal, get the Just Trish journal, and write all those little feelings in there because we don't want to hear it. It's so unrelatable. It's so out of pocket. It's so out of touch, Alissa.
So
like,
weird.
What are you doing? I was rooting for you. I liked you. I understand what you've been through with, like, guys. So why, and, like, obviously, like, Tana, I don't know if the Tana element were, like, the Jake, I don't know. There's some personal thing there. But also, like, you've dealt with so much guys, so why are you going to bat and like putting your whole like platform in the hands of another guy? Like you have dealt with so many men, so like why in an era where like girls are like supporting each other, like we're all just trying to help each other out, like why would you go after her of all people? Like if anything, if she like connected with Tana, like Tana would have done like Alissa would be on canceled. They can't get any guests. Like Alissa would have been on there.
No, for
you know?
sure. Yeah, and I feel like she kind of then she said she didn't know in the second video, but then she's like, you know, I don't know what happened and I don't care. And it's like, okay, but people are like telling you like a very serious thing happened. Where to this day, like it really actually does target me. I don't like talk about it like period because I am in a good place and it's like I guess my only thing with this was like I just felt for Tana so bad in that. And I think she's like come out since so many times and like it's all icky and there's clips of it resurfacing. It's like it's icky. She never got any acknowledgement that it was icky, you know, all that stuff like that is just bad. And then so her to say she doesn't care. And then even as today I screenshotted it. It was another TikTok, like another person who made a video about it. It had like, you know, 45,000 likes and it was just today. And then Alissa commented like today on it being like, I wasn't worried. I'm not worried about that. I was doing it with my own back then. It's like, okay, but people are telling you why this is like an issue to why this person's like not great. And you're just saying you don't care about it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I would have like a lot of empathy. I have a lot of empathy for Alissa. Like you said, even with this, you know, I think there's like a lot of maybe other attributes to this one, like you said, the Tana thing, as far as like maybe there was something with Jake. I guess they talked about Tessa Brooks, who's like Alyssa's friend or something. I saw that connection. So people are like, she's mad about that. So then maybe there's other thing to be mad at. I guess she was at David's house for 4th of July. So people were saying that because I think Natalie posted a picture with Alissa. So, you know, maybe she's defending them because she's like friends with them, you know, I don't know, but it was a really, obviously she knew it was a bad take. She's deleted them, right? So obviously she knows it's a bad take.
The only thing I can think of is like maybe it says when she's still like backed in a corner, like almost like whenever you had a bad take or whatever, and then so many people are telling you wrong that you like are like, oh fine, then like I'm gonna just antagonize more. That's the only thing I can think of because
it just doesn't make sense.
But it doesn't make sense, especially when it was like people are like literally like educating on like the specific things. I don't know. Because
once again, when the whole internet is saying like you're kind of wrong on this, like again, that's when you'll be like, okay, maybe I was wrong on this situation.
She did double, triple, quadruple. Yeah, it was doubling down so hard.
Because I think she really drank the Kool-Aid of David and his group. And I think this was her pledge of allegiance to them,
Maybe.
you know, in a way. And because she was like, I don't care. I don't want to get into, because she said very specifically, she's like, I know you're friends with Trisha and you're
And
on
that side.
and you're
Yeah.
on that side. I was like, so what is
What
that side?
side?
That side
Yeah.
is the side of women that got hurt by this man. And
Yeah.
now you're basically saying, I don't care about that side. I'm pledging allegiance to the other side.
But that is a weird take to be like, I know
Like-
you're on Trisha's side. I'm like,
Well,
what?
why
Like,
is there sides? You should find out.
I mean, yeah,
It's weird.
I think there's a whole more to that than there is. And obviously, Tana and I went through like a very specific thing with this person, and it was just like, yeah, kind of weird, kind of sad. It just is sad too. Like you said, I don't know like Alissa like that, but I was just like, maybe I don't know.
I think she was specifically going after Tana
Yeah,
because the whole thing is like, oh, you know, he's a middle-aged man doing this for his kids. How do you even know that he's paying his kids college with the money from there? You don't know that. Like, you're just
Yeah.
making up stuff. You actually make it more embarrassing for him, this middle-aged man, that you need to defend him.
Yeah.
And you put him at that, like, oh, look at this poor old man. He's
Making
to
a
make
simple
living.
living,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, he's in the public eye doing this. He is on my TikTok every day, all the time. And I'm like trying to not see it. It's not what she's making it
Yeah.
to be. Like, if he was working at Target and somebody went there and made fun of him, that's
a
horrible.
different- Yes.
Yeah.
That's bullying.
Yes.
That's doxing. That's horrible. But it's in our face all day, every day. And she was just making light of it. That's all.
yeah. It's yeah, and I hadn't even talked to Tana about it because, like I said, I saw like a little bit of the comments. I'm like, okay, people get it, which is good, you know. Because it is weird, like the internet does forget and stuff like that. So like, it's kind of making it worse, kind of like bringing this back up again, and it's like all of a sudden all these old clips resurface, and it's like. And it's kind of jarring to watch. And again, as someone who like lived through it, and even the clip, there's a clip of Tana at 18 with this person, and it was before my time, but I just always remember seeing that like later on and being like, this is like so, the way they're like laughing about it and the way they're describing the incident that happened like off camera and stuff. And I was just like, that's like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't, how people, and then how does Tana feel, right? Seeing all that now and all that stuff like that. It's like, I know she like handles, she like doesn't care about a lot of things, but like even people who are like the toughest people in the world, like still like feel about that, you know? And
Plus, like, she's so annoyed with seeing Tana. Maybe, I think altogether, maybe she made 3 TikToks over 6 months saying something about it. Imagine how we feel. We see it every day.
yeah, seeing
Like-
the person every day. Yeah.
Like, we say this every day. So imagine how we feel.
Yeah, it's definitely not
No.
bad vibes.
And then the other TikTok that I mean, it didn't annoy me, but it was a little triggering, was like Indiana's like response on her TikTok live.
Oh yeah. Were you annoyed? I
was-
was just
I
like,
get it,
she's
but I was
young.
annoyed. Yeah.
I was just like, yeah. To me, like usually stuff would like trigger me like that, but I was just like, this kind of just proves the whole point, right? That she's so young.
Yeah, 'cause
you know, she
basically
doesn't get it.
She was on her TikTok live, and I get it. She was being like spammed with it, and to her credit, I think she handled it like very mature because she didn't say much on it. You know, especially when you're getting spammed with like everyone like, what about what Trisha said? What
Yeah.
about what Trisha said?
And what is she, 21? So it's like, yeah, when I was 21, I would have been like
Yeah,
going off,
going
you
off.
know?
Yeah. And she was just like, that woman doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Which is like, I'm kind of been groomed by like 10 people in my
Yeah.
life, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. However, like I said it in the, if you rewatch the clip, that's why, again, I wasn't that offended because she obviously didn't watch it because I specifically said she doesn't want to be referred to as a victim, so we won't refer to her as a
Yeah.
victim. And so I was very, very careful with that because she doesn't want to be looked at as a victim, so she's not a victim, that's it. And like I said in that episode too, if they're one in like 1,000, you know, so an adult being friends with a minor that's like not manipulative and completely healthy, then like good for them. And for me, it was more of like, this is a time to like let people know, especially Zach fans who are young, and they are young. It's like, it's not normal because we've seen it again. It's a repeated behavior with influencers, right? Dr. Disrespect, the gamers, all this stuff like that, that these fans go up and, you know, they think they're friends or whatever. They think it's cool. And then they're in these like compromising positions or whatever. I'm not saying that was Zach and Indiana, but I just thought it was like a lesson to be like, it's not really normal for like adults to want to befriend you. But so much stuff more has come out from it. I don't need to like deep dive into it, but there was so much more. Like, I saw a clip of him being like, you know, when he got kicked out, he lived with her.
Yeah.
And was, again, it's like, it's so wishy-washy because it was like, oh, he worked for her mom, but it was like the mom hired him for her.
To edit her videos.
Yeah, so why was he like living in their apartment
Because
for
he
that?
needed, I guess he just moved and needed a place to live.
So then he got kicked out.
Yes.
And then he told Indiana in this podcast, they were being interviewed by someone, and he was just like, well, you could have like said something for me. I'm like, she was 14.
14.
And I think she even said that too. She's like, what was I supposed to say? Like,
Yeah.
and why why did you get kicked out? Like, it was this whole thing. It was like so weird. And again, it just proved the whole point. So the whole thing of it is like, I'm not calling anyone a victim. I think it's all weird.
Yeah.
Like living with a 14-year-old and like, and again, I think the person more to blame, I never blame Indiana ever. The mom for like, why are you having this person live? If you need a place to live and you're going to like offer it, like get another apartment, get like, why would you have them live with your teenage daughter? Like the whole thing is weird. And it was just like raising awareness that it's not normal. And if it's normal for you guys, great. But like, by experience and talking to so many people, this is one thing that I have complete knowledge on. It's like, it's not normal. And people usually end up being, oh yeah, I was manipulated. I was this. And even seeing that clip of like, why didn't you say something? It's like, I don't know, because she's 14 and that's her mom. And like, what is she going to say to keep a 21-year-old in her house? Like it was.
Yeah, it's all emotional blackmail on his side, always.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like even like, why he's like demanding. It's like, I was disappointed. You didn't do that. You didn't stood up for me. You didn't. I'm like,
yeah. It's
you
like,
know, it's like,
she's a
and
child.
she was so like, what do you expect me to do? I was 14. Like that alone.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah. It's also like you are a victim yourself. Like you have gone through a lot. You know what I mean? So obviously that's your stance. It's going to be something you always stand for. So yeah, in this case, like you said, this is something where you do have a leg to stand on actually.
And this is all very current. Like him saying racist jokes and PDF jokes and all that stuff is like now. He called Tara like this is all now happening. So this is why it's like being talked about.
That's like I guess it bugs me so much because they'll throw like so much from the past out there, but then literally like the whole past year, like with people like, oh, but she's transphobic. It's like, actually no, like you've apologized to the LGBT community. You've also people forget that you've also donated thousands of dollars to support like the LGBT center. Not to mention, it's not lost on me that the one he goes after the hardest and is like in her DMs like trying to call her is also like a black female TikToker, which those are the people that he makes the most jokes about, like black people and women. So that also is like a weird element to it.
And the ones that call him out for it, so he's just like rightfully so, as they should. They're like, you're not the one that should be making these jokes, and then that's the person he like comes for. Yeah,
that's so odd.
That bothered me too. So that's what started this whole thing, right? Is that TikTok and seeing that and that interaction in those comments, and then talking to Zena, I was just like, what's like the main thing that you want, to take away? And she was just like his aggressiveness towards me, like for what, like just and like trying to get her TikTok down. Not to say it's the exact doing that, but just getting all this stuff flagged and her TikToks deleted, and he's doing that now. He's trying to stop all this now. It's
presently.
Current. Yeah, it's presently. All these jokes are presently. All this stuff is happening now in the current. So it's like, that to me, and that's why it's like, okay, this is like a story. There's something there. He's trying to hide this stuff, but at the same time, it's like also like it's happening now. So when people say that, it never bothers me when people are like, Trisha did this, and this. It's like I don't care. Like you can say all that stuff all you want, but it's like currently in the now. And like you said, I've never also like twisted, manipulated minors and stuff, and like had them like, I don't know. All this stuff is like gross. That stuff is like gross to me or whatever. But I mean, say what you want. I don't care. Say it all day long, and I'll like always own my shit for it. However, Zach has never owned his shit for it. David Dobrik hasn't owned for it, and it's like that again is what bothers me the most, right? Is like to not be like, even Colleen, why can't she just be like, instead of saying she was just a loser, be like, you know what, yeah, that was weird of me, like that was, you know what I mean, like she should say, as has present fans that are young, to be like, yeah, I'm not like, I shouldn't be befriending fans, I shouldn't be befriending young people. And that's why I keep saying it to people, because I don't think the teenagers should be the ones held responsible, but it sounds like in some of these cases that these weird adults, like teenagers should know what's weird and what's not, and maybe if I'm the one just harping it over and over, being like, this is kind of weird. Like, you're not an exception to the rule. You're not mature for your age. Like, these people are like preying on you and manipulating you because they can. And I'm not going to call her a victim, but obviously seeing these clips of him being like, why didn't you stand up for me when I got kicked out? That's like manipulation right there, because it's like, she's a child. Why would she? You know what I mean? We see it. The clips they put out.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you don't know our situation. Well, the only things that we do know is because of the stuff that you put out there and told the world. You know what I mean?
Just that. Like, no one's prying for this private information. Yeah, like, they put it out there.
The TikToks that they made when she was a minor and he was like 25 are on their accounts. Like the whole like brother sister, like, oh, Indiana, you're in your underwear? Oh my God, you're such a slut. How many guys are you sleeping with?
Yeah.
When she has not turned 18. It's date stamped, it's time stamped.
Yeah.
Like, you had a podcast together and she was minor. Like, so it's like, you don't know what our relationship was like. Well, we know that you guys were close when she was a minor because you have a podcast together.
No, and I know he was trying to get like in touch with me, like, and stuff like that. And he's just like, she has it all wrong. And it's like, but I don't, because this is one thing that, and I took too much research on this because it made me upset last, I was too deep into it. I was too dark into this. I was like, man, I shouldn't have been, because I don't like to hear these things. But it's like, one thing I want to make sure is getting like facts right. So I watched so many things. I noted so many things. So like, there's nothing I got wrong in that. And that's like one thing I stand by with the podcast. I mean, I get a lot of stuff wrong, but when it comes to like serious topics, it's like I really want to make sure like everything is like, okay, I know the timestamps, I know this happened, like it's like real,
because
you know.
we never said anything illegal happened. Like that's fine. It's just weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
it's almost
illegal,
like
but weird.
a projection to be like, oh, like he said to Zine on the DMs, like you called me a PDF, and she's like, I didn't. Like why?
Yes.
Why are you saying
All
that?
I said was it's strange.
Yeah, which it is, and I think that was the main
Yeah.
takeaway. And I literally like don't think anything bad of Indiana. The only thing I can think of now is she like is trying to like she likes Zach, not in a romantic way, but just like trying to protect him or trying to whatever.
They just did a video where he helps.
Oh.
Zach is helping Indiana find a new boyfriend for like
Right.
David Alvarez's channel, which I was like, I DM'd David. I was like, oh, timing on this. He's like, I know, I meant to do this like 3 weeks ago, but we had problems editing it.
Oh.
Now he was like really stressed about like having it come out right now. But
Yeah.
Hey, he's a real gentleman.
yeah,
Call him.
sweet. He didn't call. Just send me a DM.
Help you find a suitor.
Right.
I think the thing that annoys me the most too is like that's why I can't be mad at Indiana. Like I feel for her because in that deleted episode, like people came so hard on her because that's like the weirdest thing to me. That deleted episode, obviously it's deleted because they had issues with it or whatever. Like someone didn't feel good about it. But that whole thing is like of this young girl like crying and then Zach was like savior complex, right? Like I saved her from like an abusive relationship. Like it was her birthday and I came and I kicked this guy out. It's like, you're not going to hurt her. And then we ended up having feelings for each other. I feel like I was raising you. Like I was trying to be such a good boyfriend and you couldn't give that back. And this girl's sitting there crying.
Yeah.
And then I went again researching, like you see all the fan edits of the TikToks around that time. So it's Indiana's fans, like they all kind of turned on her. It's like, wow, like Zach was such a good boyfriend. Like they make all these emotional edits of like Zach, like because he's a man showing his feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
And like trash Indiana and like saying how horrible she is. Well, he's like at this point, he was like 26, 27. So like a 27-year-old man, and she is like a young girl who just came out, a teenager who just came out of an abusive relationship, and you expected her to like meet you at the maturity level of like a 27-year-old.
Yeah.
Like you're the one dating a teenager because she's 18. So you're the one dating a teenager and expecting her to be like all mature and like handle all this
out
stuff
of an abusive
incorrectly.
relationship. He's like, you were taking the anger out on me. It's like, you know what she just came from.
Yeah.
Like it's very natural to like have like these like anger issues towards someone else when you're also getting abused. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're the older one, you should know this. Why are you in a relationship? I don't buy that. Just feelings happen. They just develop. It's like you can control your feelings. Like people use that excuse, like when they do fall in love with like teenagers and stuff. It's like you just don't allow yourself to have feelings for teenagers. You know, you don't. Like I don't care what you're feeling. You just don't allow it to happen.
And why would you set her up to like sit on that podcast and like make
That was-
yourself
yeah.
look amazing for an hour?
And trash
Like
on her.
I gave so much. Like I'm such a good guy. Like I would never, to his
Yeah.
words, I would never gaslight or manipulate a soul. Like sit there like. And then she's there crying and then post it and have it get 1 million views before you take it down.
No, I feel 100%. And like I said, even I was surprised the maturity she did handle that. And, and I get the anger, right? Like she clearly didn't see it. So someone said like, what do you think about Trisha calling you a victim or something like that was the thing she was answering. So she probably didn't see it, said that, you know, obviously still. And I get that when you like are still like connected, even if it's a friendship level and you still like this person, which clearly they are because they did that video together, the dating one. But it's like you just get defensive of that person, especially when you're young and it's like that, you know,
Yeah, I think like a lot of people too, like until they reach the age of like whoever they were dating, you know what I mean? Then that's when like a Demi Lovato, I think, processed it like when she turned, Wilmer was like 30 or something.
Yeah.
And so when she turned, I think it was when she turned 30, she like released that song.
Yeah.
Calling him out. So I feel like once you hit that age and you're like, wow, like I'm the age that I was dating this person. Like that is so weird. Because like a JoJo, when she said I couldn't imagine being friends with a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
You hit that age and you're like, damn, like what? That's so
and she's
weird.
not even the age yet. She's not even the 30s, you know, and then that becomes a whole thing. I think about that too. And then when you have kids, it's like this whole other thing, right? Like you think, oh my God, like I think about my daughter as being like 10 and like having, you know, I remember a teacher took me to New York to see like my first like Broadway play or whatever. And you're just like, I would never like imagine that. Like I couldn't imagine that happening to like my daughter, you know, like, I don't know. It's like, anyways.
I just know that they're gonna come up with something over there at Dropouts, and I'm ready to clock any tea any day.
You
like,
think? I wonder. I don't know. Like, I just had heard through people that he was like trying to get a hold of me, and I was like, well, I mean, I have DMs, I have everything. He didn't. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to cancel him because it's like, again, like not doing anything like illegal that they showed, and it's just like if she's cool with it, I get,
just saying it's weird. It
Yeah.
shouldn't really happen.
Saying it's weird, raising awareness, and also just like I felt for that Xena girl. Like I really, because it's rare that I like see a TikToker, but it's like like that just a random story, and like I said, I don't really like get involved. However, I was just like, oh, it kind of sucks that like this person's like trying to like silence. You
And
know
a
what I
small
mean?
creator. It's not like she has like a humongous platform or whatever. But when you're a
Yeah.
small creator and like you're like the platform that you do have, like you worked really hard for it, obviously. So like she has a couple thousand followers, but like the idea that that could be taken away when she's obviously like worked really hard to get the following she
That's
does
what she was
have.
nervous about. Yeah.
Yeah, like if she, because that's what she was at risk for, because she was getting reported so hard. Like basically like 3 strikes, they would take away her account, and then she has to start like all over again.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's awful, and it's not cool to be like intimidated by someone with more followers. And I just know how that feels, right? Like there's this guy that has more followers than you and is trying to like intimidate you, because he left comments too, like if you're gonna talk about me, talk to me or something like that. So
And
like
then
clearly people can see it. Yeah,
Indiana started too. So,
so
it's like,
their fans are seeing this interaction, and so like obviously they're gonna get hate. So I was just trying to like send support that way, because at the end of the day, it's a current thing happening. It's happening now. It if they just like let it go, it's like the Alissa thing too. Like if she just like let it go, right? Is it that big of a deal? But it's like when you double down and you're leaving comments and you're saying I don't care, and then it becomes like more of this thing, right? Like, and that's why I don't understand with like Zach. I'm like, just that's why I would be surprised if he did, because it's like this is out there, it's documented. You don't like that it's coming back, so just I guess stop talking about it. There's nothing that happened. Just stop talking about it, and then no one talks about it anymore. You know what I mean? Like it goes away, and that's what it is. But it's something that's out there now, and it just is so much of a repeated pattern with like influencers. Like you just see this so much, like them talking to like really young fans and being creepy to them and stuff like that. I don't know. It's like very weird. And people said that to me. I saw just a few comments. Again, I'm sure they're like young fans being like, if Trisha loves Tara like Trisha does, why would she say this? And it's like, that was always my hesitation talking about him, because I was like, oh, I just, I don't, it shouldn't be a reflection of her, but I don't, because of the association, like I just don't want, I know that's like her friend and stuff like that. I haven't heard from her obviously, but, then I was anxious because I'm like, I'm not trying to like expose people and start beefs with people, because like that's not my thing. Like when someone's like he's trying to get a hold of you and stuff like that, I had no interest in talking about it, because it's like what I saw, and that's the truth. Him being like she has it all wrong. It's like I have nothing wrong in this situation other than like maybe
we just
I don't
know
know,
public information.
Public information. That's it. And I was very, very, like I said, I don't always do my fact checking, but this one I'm very much like invested way too much of my personal time into it. And but yeah, I don't want to expose people. I don't even want to cancel people. I don't want to start beef with people. You know what I mean? That's not what I liked, because I've done that before, and it's like I don't like to start drama just to start drama. I think it's just something that's like raise awareness too, or something, especially because it is so like close to home for me. That's like my only thing. And I said it again, I'll say it again. Like I call out any relationship that it's like that, Dramageddon, all that stuff.
It's like important too, because like when you again like researching, like I would look through the comments, and it was like the birthday post for when she turned 18, the comments, like I said, were like, oh, you're gonna smash now, oh, like you ship it, oh, like you guys need a date now, blah blah blah, and like people were already like romanticizing the relationship even before she was 18. So it's like more of like also like a cultural thing, right? Like you clock it in the hopes that like more the cultural shift like keeps happening more and more, because already like before we even talked about it, like people were already, it was like murmurs, right? Like people like Xena were like, saying like, oh, this is weird. Like the Gen Z was already talking about it, but it was like split. So I think the more like you talk about these like weird like relationships, it just contributes to like culture shifting and like, being able to call it out more and more.
Of course, because like 10, 15 years ago when like the Olsen twins was a big thing, like, oh my God, everyone was waiting for them to turn 18.
Countdown to turn 18.
Yeah, and you just think like it was just like a normal thing, and including me, like you see it in TV movies, and you're just like, or people saying they're mature, or seeing these relationships I talk about all the time, like what's the one, there was one with Jenna Ortega being like she was like college age. Yeah, with the teacher and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, again, it's just like, of course it's fiction, whatever, but it does like normalize things that shouldn't be like normalized. I think sometimes too, like I said, I've always said this, right? Like you call out some behavior you don't know is like necessarily like wrong. Like maybe he doesn't know like to like DM this girl and silencing him is like a bad thing to do, and maybe just talking about it. I don't know. I really have no beef, and I know nothing about him personally, like at all. I just am like, this is like a situation where I'm like, this is weird. And I think when people hear the 14 is like really weird, or really just like, this is Yeah, but don't harass Indiana. I do feel bad. Like you get spammed, right? You get spammed for it, and
especially on live, because you can't ignore it. You see it, they know you see it.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, okay. Don't harass anyone on live. Just let them be. Everybody, just let everyone be, and And Tana's TikToks are always just so unserious about everyone. Like she
Oh
talks
my
about
God, like
every single
JoJo
person.
and-
Yeah, there's she gets a lot of hate for it. And I think in general, Tana just gets a lot of hate because of just her being Tana. People think she's drama, she's this and that. When really she's just kind of not
living her life. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't look at her as like problematic, but
No, I mean we talk about it all the time. Like I feel like she just keeps it all to herself, and that like whenever she has a scandal or something, it's just about her being like a little out of pocket, but never like super harmful. Like the wine lady thing, was bad, but it's also like comparatively, especially to the guys that we see,
for sure,
it's just like kind of insane. Like the disparity.
No, when there's like actual people that like come forward and being like this, even with Coley and like the people that came forward and like I had inappropriate interactions with her. Like you never really hear that about Tana, not that like whatever, but you just don't really hear that kind of stuff. I think she kind of
in comparison.
Yeah.
is doing okay.
Yeah, and like you said to the guys, especially like David just has like a list of people that's been like physically harmed, emotionally harmed, like all this stuff like that. It's just like
it's crazy.
And Zach has a little list too of people that like have literally said like I don't like this, like that he's like personally known. So it's like there is like a little bit of history there, whereas opposed to Tana, I don't know if there's one collaborator with her that was like I felt weird with Tana or something like that. I don't know.
I guess happy influencer relationship news. In the same friend circle, did you see Jake Weber's the girl he was kissing?
No.
Oh my god. I
Was this
don't know
4th of July?
anything. It was like I don't know what party it was, but it was a photo booth, and it was over the weekend. These photos came out, and it was like him kissing like another. She's like a smaller influencer. Her name is Kenziee Luby, and I looked her up because I was nosy, and I literally had to follow her because she's the prettiest girl I've ever seen in my entire life. Dark hair, yes. Kind of looks like Megan Fox almost.
I think I might have met her.
She is
so
a face you go to war for.
Really?
Like it is like.
Aww,
I was
good for
weak.
him.
I was like, if I looked like you, Kenziee, I would be ruining men's lives. Like,
really? I want to see. I feel like I met her maybe.
I literally had to follow her because I was like, damn, you are so pretty. Like, I wish I looked like if I like could design what I look like, it would be her.
Well, Jake is like one of the like nicest people. Watch something. I hope nothing comes out about him, but I think I met this girl. I think I met her. I think when I did my collab with them, there was a girl there that was very beautiful and very nice and said she was a fan of mine. So I was like, I think that was her. There was definitely a dark, beautiful girl just like that. I think that was her.
I mean, I was like, good for you. Both of you, because they're both like so attractive.
Yeah.
Even my same coworker Clint was like when they were on here, he's like, oh, like I just want to like sit and watch Jake for 2 hours because he just like loves him.
I hope they stay unproblematic because I just think he's so sweet. I think they're both very sweet. And I was thinking, I was like, I want them back like one-on-one because I feel like there's just so much to like know about them, like deep dive.
Yeah, especially Johnny has so much lore.
Johnny has so much. And maybe Jake does too, but Johnny really has like a lot.
He's been on the internet so long.
I mean, that's a good one. That's a good one because his, again, back to the underage thing, which he'll tell you too was weird when he lived with that Brian Stars when he was like, 14 or 15 or something. And they were both hetero. And it's like this whole thing. And even he was like, it was still weird, even though there wasn't like a sexual thing. So that's what it's like. I would love to. And I feel like he's pretty open about it. And I feel like, he lost his dad young. Like, I feel like he has like so much stuff. And I always just want to like talk to him because they're just like funny, lighthearted guys. But I'm like, God, I feel like there's so much more,
Yeah. Like the video I watched by Amanda Todd Hunter, who like did like the deep dive into the lore, whatever. Like, she was very much like, because the title was like the Tarayummy like pick me drama. And she was basically just like, people are just using the pick me term a little too wildly because they're really just like living their lives and they're not trying to be like role models or anything. Three of them, they're literally just trying to like live their lives and like they're also surprised by their wave of fame and are just trying to like have fun and like work while they have it. It's kind of odd how people, especially with Tara, like how they want to like do the pick me allegation.
For sure. I'm like, she obviously has chemistry with so many people and it just works for views, right? It works at, I don't know, people can have their opinions about what it is or whatever, but it's like Jake and Johnny and her together. I just went to their channel. They did like a Cancun video that has like 3.2 million views, which is like insane. So like, it just works. I really did never watch Dropouts, but apparently there was like chemistry between them and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's really a pick me as much as it's just like, who do you have chemistry with? But again, I think she could have chemistry with anyone. Our Tara episode did so well, has over 1 million views. So I think she's very much like a Tana where it's like anybody next to Tana is going to be like amazing and get like a lot of views because Tana's amazing. Yeah. And I think that's with Tara too. She's like the draw, right? And Jake and Johnny, I do think obviously hold their own, but I think in general, anyone can sit next to Tara and be popular and liked and funny because she's so, she gives so much.
It is the Tarayummy effect. There's a whole like well of information on the Tarayummy effect.
Really?
And it's like,
I don't know
it
the
is
whole
crazy.
lore.
I think it, like a big part of it is just like she has like confidence and like her style and her smile. Like it's just
Yeah.
like her vibe is just like so. I guess I was gonna say not like the other girls, and that's why I think that's where the
That's
pick
the
me
pick me.
itis comes
I'm
from.
not like other girls.
Is that she is like, but she's just like different from the vibe in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily like pick me gets thrown around like way too
Definitely.
often these days. It's just like that's just kind of like who she is, and fine that that cannot be your vibe. That's fine, but to like write her off as like a pick me just because like you said she has good chemistry with guys and also girls, it's like
pick me is like the 2024 like gaslighting of 2019.
Yeah,
Remember
gaslight
everyone?
gatekeep, yeah.
Everyone was like gaslighting. They would use that term so much, and I feel like that's pick me now. Everyone's like, because I think I had a guest once. I'm like, well, what's pick me? And they would just be like. And it was like not like I guess it is a definition, but I'm like, oh, that's not how I pick me.
I think it was Brooke's first episode or something.
Oh right,
yeah.
and she was like, "This is what." I'm like, that's not really a pick me. That's just like
wanting to fit in.
Yeah, right.
Like,
And I think, so I think I don't even know pick me. I don't know. I feel like maybe I would pick me if I was like into Game of Thrones, but I really wasn't, or something. But I was trying to be cool with a guy. I was definitely a pick me because I definitely was trying to fit in with guys when I didn't have natural chemistry. I was just like. I don't know. I just let people like sexualize. I don't know if that's even a pick me either. Where you just like let people like let guys degrade you. That I'm talking about me now in this situation where you just like just to fit in and be cool. And
I guess that technically is, but it's also like and really because I've been in that situation too where it's like doing whatever just like be around a guy that you're like are into because you don't want to lose them, and it's kind of just like an insecurity thing. It's like damn, sorry that I like single and wanting to like keep a guy around. Jesus,
that's definitely me too. I didn't have like friends or and as like any in a cool group of literally any of my groups. I always was definitely like let them be like butter jokes. Even early shame videos when I would like so many jokes were like about sexualizing me and stuff like that. Obviously he's gay and stuff, but it's like it is weird how you just kind of like let that happen. Obviously at the time I was like cool with it. People were like, but you were laughing. I guess I was like cool with it at the time, but like looking back, I'm like, damn, Trish, she really like you said, insecurity and also like I literally had no respect for myself. So how was I supposed to have like anyone else have respect for me? You know what I mean?
And it's almost like, well, at least I'm at the table. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
That's definitely the vibe. So, I mean, again, some people are cool with it, but most people like later on too. I think even someone like Howard Stern, who's like was so vulgar and stuff like 20 years ago, is so like woke now, and it's so like opposite of what he was. And I'm like, it's crazy how people like can change and like evolve so much because like Howard Stern's like a completely different person than he was like 20 years ago. He's like now he's just like all. Jimmy Kimmel too. Can I say Jimmy Kimmel might be the ultimate whatever as a pick me for a guy because he had a show called The Man Show in the 90s where it was just and they had these like girls that were called like juggers or juggies or something and it was just them like bouncing on a trampoline in the background of him and Ackroll and he was like so gross to women and now all of a sudden he's so like he's so like pick me. He's just so like woke and just like everyone's like oh we like love Jimmy Kimmel because of this and he stands up for this and this. I'm like you were like the most misogynistic person in the world unless it was like a character maybe it was but
also
it is,
like I was thinking about that too, especially like thinking about with your stuff too. It's like, well, that like obviously as like culture shifts and stuff, like people grow, and I feel like that is a good thing about like it's not like people talk about cancel culture or whatever, but like being called out for something that is like harmful and then like adapting and changing so you're not still harming people is like a good thing. Like that's like I don't understand why that comes up a lot. It's like this person should have been did this and this, like they should have been canceled then. Okay, well this you see how they can harm a group of people that you didn't have the consciousness or like the experience, like the life experience to like think about, and you're kind of going along with like how culture is talking about this group of people, you know? But then as social media grew, like you have these people who are like picked on and like made fun of, and then you hear their stories and like, oh, I didn't know how my words affected this group of people, and then you adapt and you change. It's like that. I think it's cool when people do that because like, you've done it. I guess Jimmy Kimmel came along, and he's had kids. Maybe that's helped a lot. But
that you can do it. I just wish they would like address it more, like especially Howard Stern, right? And or Jimmy Kimmel just be like, "This is what was wrong." Right?
Because I had no idea about
Jimmy's a bit different. He's more like political woke. You know, he's not. He's still nobody likes him. He's still like he's still the awful person he was. He just has a facade of being a ultra liberal woke person. That's all.
He was on a podcast recently. You said and everyone hated it. What was the podcast?
With Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. And
people did not like Jimmy Kimmel.
Came up and I was like, oh, this is odd. And I looked in the comments and there was not even one comment that approved it. Everyone was just like, why is he here? You guys have ruined the show. This is horrible.
Yeah. But I agree with you. Like, like I think it's like obviously that's what I never liked either. It's like she was this and this, but I'm not now. And I actually like actively speak about my cancellations, even though it's like I hate reminding people because then it's just like whatever digs stuff back up. At least I can like use it for something. That's why I like when I talk about like bad people too, or people that are like annoying or whatever. I'm like, I know because I was this person too. And it's like, you know, like haters, all this stuff like that. Like you understand why people are the way they are sometimes when you were also like an awful person at like one point. I don't even think I was like awful. I was just kind of a little misguided. But yeah, it just kind of,
Also, it's
people
different.
change.
TV personalities are different than influencers because you live in the interaction with your audience and they live in a bubble where they have zero interaction with their
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
So there's zero feedback, zero accountability, and nobody chose them to be there. You know, one day Jimmy Kimmel was a host and that
Yeah.
was it. And I remember at the beginning, he was horrible at his job too. Like, but they gave him time and he became better. But
Even this,
we
at
don't choose them.
the
It's
beginning
not-
of this podcast, we talk about this sometimes where I feel like maybe I had, because I remember going to the Julia Fox podcast and them telling me I had internalized misogyny. I was like, absolutely not. That's the craziest thing I heard. And then when we were talking about it, thanks to my feminist over here, I was just like, oh, maybe I do. Maybe I am. And I was. I am so much harder on women. And like talking through it all, like literally like therapy, I was just like, oh my God, like the Rachel Zegler, right? Compared to Robert Pattinson when he says he hates Twilight, everyone's like, it's quirky, it's funny. And then Rachel Zegler just gets so much hate talking about like how she like Shazam or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I really do have it. And then we go full circle. Like I couldn't stand Rachel Zegler. And I'm like, oh my God, she's a queen. Addison Rae, all this stuff. I just feel like, oh yeah, full circle. Because at the beginning, like I was kind of more hater on women. And you're like, but it did remind me of Hacks, back to Hacks again, season 1. Yes. Same thing. We just watched the episode where it was like the comedy club episode. I think Adam Ray is in it. It's like a stand-up comedian is basically like harassing. Anyways, the young girl, I don't know her name. The young girl in the show tells the old comedian, she's just like, oh my God, you were harassed? Like, why didn't you say anything? Like, you probably, like, you could have saved so many other girls from being harassed. She goes, that's just how it was back then. She goes, but you should have stayed up. And at first I was pissed at the young girl. I was like, she just had to do what she had to do to get through the comedy world into the 70s. But then she went up on stage and she used her, like, little, like, time to, like, go after this guy that harassed another young girl, like a stand-up comedian there. And it was, like, so good and, like, liberating because I was just like, yes, I love seeing this. Like, when you can, like, call people out and stuff. Because at the end of the day, she, like, paid the guy, what, $1.69 million? Because he's like, 69 million or whatever. And she was like, hey, I'll give you $1.69 million for you to like never be in a comedy club.
To get
it
the
was
fuck
so
out,
good. Yeah. And he like took it and it was just like one in so many ways accumulating to him. I love that she did that. She took her like bit. It was just like so good. Everyone should watch Hacks. That's like the ultimate feminist, queer, everything about that show. We're only like in the first season, but I love it
It's
so
a
much.
great show.
It's so
It's
fun.
so
It's really good.
great.
And it's so unexpected because when somebody tells you what it's about, you think, oh,
sounds-
that's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's actually, and it's written so well.
So well.
I mean, it's just a good.
Why do
good
more
show.
people not talk? I literally never heard of it until you brought it up, and I'm like, how come more people don't talk about this show?
I know. I don't know why. I think it's because it is like a smaller like comedy. I feel like when it's a smaller comedy, especially on Max, like the shows that get talked about on Max, are like the big like Game of Thrones,
Yeah, I
Last of
guess.
Us, whatever.
MILF Manor.
Yeah, yeah, it's very that. But it is such a good show.
Yeah.
It's like heartwarming. Like there's good. I don't know. It's genuinely funny. It's smart. Like the commentary is really good and current. I love it.
Yeah,
And
it's
like
so
the-
good.
It's our two favorite cities too, because we said we love to see anything that's in LA.
Yeah.
This is both LA and Vegas, which is
Yeah.
both our favorite.
I love Vegas.
I mean, every time we watch it, I'm just like, I just want to go there.
I want a residency. I know when we watched Hollywood's World in Vegas too, I was just like, I want a residency so bad. I would love to be like her. I was like, oh, I want to hire like a joke writer and just go up on there. It'd be so much fun. She has a blue Rolls Royce in it. It's just, I see myself in that character. I don't know why. I just love her. I just think she looks so good. I love her. And I do love the other girl too. I don't know her name, but I like her. She's good. But yeah. What's her? Sorry, I got distracted by the timer
God.
all of a sudden. I was like, okay. You're also very tan over there.
I know. I noticed that too. You are very
So
tan.
dark. Like,
Hey,
in-
4th of July, pool, barbecuing.
yeah,
you know.
we were barbecuing
I
it up.
immediately get tan,
jealous.
you know, and then I get even more and more. I can get really dark.
Yeah, you are. I'm jealous too. I had to like fake tan because I was like, let me just try it. You can see it now. It's all like streaky, but it's fine. I know. I love being tan in the summer, but I can't go out in the sun.
A quickie hot topic I had was I saw Jeff Wittek hit on Spill Sesh, and now it kind of like
In
shipped
real
it
life?
on TikTok, like commented.
Wow.
I was like, wow, like this is the face that's been behind Spill Sesh. Like, why would you hide such a beautiful face?
Oh my
Like,
God,
you're
okay,
absolutely
Jeff.
gorgeous.
With the Riz. That's so funny. I love that.
And you know, he talked about wanting to settle down, and I could like I think I ship the Spill Sesh Jeff Wittek.
Is Spill Sesh single? Do we know this?
She is,
Okay.
yes, and she also is into Jeff. So
Wait, really? How do you know
yes,
that?
I reached out for a statement.
No, you didn't. I love that. That's everything. Okay, what'd she say?
She said, who's gonna play matchmaker? And I was like, I'll do it. So this is my official like
Should we
ship.
get them on here?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
cute. I don't know. I think that's the kind of girl that Jeff could be with. I mean, I don't really know his type. I guess Miley Cyrus is his type, but
I
Christy
don't think
is
he has
good.
a type. I know, I know a girl he's dated before. I know, I feel like he doesn't have a type. I feel like
Okay, work. She's
love
like
that.
a journalist, you know. She's
profesh.
mature.
She's in the
profesh.
world, but she's not influenced. Like she is,
Exactly.
but she's not like. She's not the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a house now. Like she's taking care of herself. So
Okay.
I could see it. And it's good. Like she'll keep Jeff informed of like, you know, both sides. I feel like Jeff sometimes gets a little like
Yeah.
tunnel vision, like just one
This
side.
is
Yes.
exactly call in and whistle down.
Yeah.
He's whistle down and
That'd be
he's
so. Wait, he's
gonna-
calling?
yeah.
How?
Well,
do you
because
mean?
Spill Sesh is obviously whistle down.
Right,
because-
but how is Jeff a Colin? I would like to know
He's
this.
gonna come back from this little break, chiseled and all, you know,
Oh, I
a new
see.
man. He's coming back a
I
new
think
man.
he's already chiseled, but he could come
No,
back
but-
more chiseled. Got it. Okay.
New haircut from his break. And
Right. Wish you well on your sabbatical, Jeff. It's so crazy. He's like, I'm sorry for the abrupt ending, but no more podcast after that. I was
On
like, oh
your
my
episode,
God.
I
Yeah.
know.
I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like people thought maybe I triggered it because we talked about David. I'm like, I was trying to be coy and cool through this, you know? It was like crazy. So, anyways, I hope it wasn't me that.
Well, he had to film his movie anyway after you said.
Oh, is that what he was
right.
doing?
Remember, he said he was going to see his parents in the Jersey Shore, and then he was going to film his boxing.
That's right.
movie.
Okay, so he's
I
just
think
taking a
maybe it's the
break.
timing anyway. Yeah.
Love it.
I love that you were the
Spill
final
Sesh.
episode of Jeff
I know.
FM
I love it
this
too.
Season.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's
Season finale.
It did feel like a finale episode. Oh, Jeff. I know. We need to know the tea that happened between, because he was on Twitter going off on, not going off, but just saying him and his producer, his Oscar, are
I
done.
know, straight Oscar. I'm like, what is going on?
Could you imagine if I just went on Twitter and I was just like, because like, what was he saying? Because I was like, oh, why isn't Oscar? What did he say?
Someone asked, why
Oh,
did you guys
unfollowed?
unfollow? Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of the tea though, because like we talk about this, like unfollowing is like
It's a
crazy. Like if we had like a falling out and I was just like I unfollowed, like that's crazy.
Oh my God, what would I do? Oh my God.
Yeah, and then to be like, actually, what did he say? Just they had different.
Over Andrew Schultz. Like,
no, he
Oh.
said actually, no, he blocked me. So they didn't unfollow.
Oh, that's
And
even
then-
more severe.
yeah.
And then, yeah, he said something, just the way he handled Andrew Schultz.
He didn't like the way he handled.
didn't
I
like
wonder if
it.
that's true.
I don't know.
He rode so hard for them here. He's like, "This is my crew forever. I'm focused on them now." And I was like, next day, just gone.
Health
Like,
insurance.
after our
dental.
episode,
Yeah.
right? I was like, "Oh no, it happens." That's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. I just couldn't imagine, like, if you got mad about the way I like handled something, I feel like you would just like tell me.
I know, and I can't imagine either because like I feel like if it's something like so divisive, you just ask me like, oh, how should we handle? You know?
Yeah. Well, I guess they don't know how to talk about their emotions.
Like we were saying, like straight men usually have the most drama. I think
That is true.
You know?
They don't know how to like talk things through.
Yes.
Have
Mhm.
conversations,
Yeah. Or like take criticism. You know, like there's a lot of ego in like
Yeah.
the straight
But
man world.
I think they'll work it out because it's not the first time it's happened.
Oh, and they're like a fan. I feel like
do you
they're
know that?
family vibes. To
He
me.
told
Right.
us here. He told when he spoke about this one hard drive that went, this
Oh,
one episode,
yes.
so they parted ways, and then they came back
Really?
together
I
and
missed
worked
that.
again together.
Like I remember that, but I didn't know they parted ways because of that. Because it's not anyone's fault if a hard drive's corrupt, is it?
I don't think so.
Right? Like if our card messed up, I'm not gonna be like, we're never
all,
talking
all
again.
I'm saying,
Like
I do think they'll get back together.
we
and
hope so.
I think they'll work it out, and
They're
wish
cute
them
little
the
family.
best.
Yeah.
And Spill Sesh too.
Yes, I ship it.
I ship it too.
Oh, my really quick. I'm pulling a U.
Okay.
My shirt for Brooke, my I Heart Brooke Schofield shirt. I ordered it like it was 2 weeks ago. It was supposed to be here. It's not here. So if you're in the LA area and can make an I Heart Brooke Schofield shirt, please.
But
let me
I
know.
also, I don't have them. They're out there on the table where we do our Patreon. I have 2 Waldorf Astoria robes
Oh, you
too.
got the robes?
Yeah, but I
Okay,
don't know if we were wearing them
see?
for the episode or that's just like a cute thing we
No,
want.
we're for the episode now.
Wear the robe. Should we tell Brooke?
No.
Like bring your. But maybe we should be like bring your Waldorf
Maybe we
robe.
should.
Does she want to be in
I have my
it?
bean necklace.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were wearing that. I could wear like a pink thing underneath it because the robes are white. They're actually really cute. The robes came, but I don't know if
I
like.
live from her. If you don't know her, Who the F Did I Marry? We have her exact cosplay.
I should go
going
get.
on.
Yeah, I wonder if I
The
should get red nails.
Yeah.
I was gonna get my nails done tomorrow. I was gonna get blue.
I have her
but-
bean necklace. I can't have the hoops because I don't have my ears pierced.
Did
But
she have her hair back or was it down?
It was middle part pulled
I
back.
can't do that.
I know.
I'm gonna go with the Brooke where she has the long hair, where she's like in the sunlight showing her.
Oh,
gland,
yes, the day
you know?
after the-
Yeah,
after they
because I think she
marry.
had a robe on for that, where she had her hair down too for
Yeah.
one. So we're gonna go with that Brooke. I can't do the slicked back hair. It just does not look good on
Me
me. I have
either,
too big of
so-
a face. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, but is it too casual to wear a robe?
Maybe like you have a just for the end, like the intro, it's like the robe or
And
whatever.
then, like, a pink thing underneath
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
Are you
think
gonna
it's
just wear a
camp.
robe, or are you gonna just wear the robe?
Ideally, the robe
With
all
the shirt.
with the I Heart Brooke Schofield underneath. That is the plan, but it
I
all
like
depends
it.
on if the people can come through. Someone
Yeah, someone has to.
someone
have
has to be
it.
able to print on a T-shirt like that, right?
I mean, I'm sure that's easy to. I used to work at a place called Neighborhoodies. That's
Oh.
where I met Miley Cyrus.
Yes, I
actually,
remember.
yes. And you could go there and get on-demand
I'm
shirts.
gonna have to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still around.
I
It was
know.
such a cool store. Like literally come in and just like whatever you want to written on a shirt.
Imagine I make like a shirt of you, like
Yeah, that would be
That's kinda
actually
everything.
Yeah, that actually would be really cool. Find it,
Custom
make
merch.
it happen. Young Sheldon. Well, I looked at your shirt and I was like, oh,
I forgot.
I love it. Oh well.
What did we say last? I already forgot what we
We're
said.
wrapping it up by announcing a new presidential.
Oh yes, Mr. Beast. I was
yes,
like, what
no,
is
not Mr. Beast.
Oh.
Me. I'm running.
I thought you were gonna be Mr. Beast VP.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't of age to be president. I thought he actually was 35. He's only like 26 or like another one that looks like he's in a, not a bad way. Just looks so much older, right? Like
Yes.
more mature. And I was just like, oh, he's only what 26? Is he 26?
Yeah, he's
Everyone is 26. Like it's literally the magic number. It's like Tana, Chapel. Like everybody I know is like 26. I'm like, it's crazy. Yeah.
especially
The two people that come
Mr.
to mind.
Beast. He's done a lot with his
Yeah.
life at just 26.
He said he was gonna run for what did he say?
He's he wants to lower the age limit, and he'll jump in the
Yeah,
race.
that if they lower the age limit, he'll jump in.
Well, Mr. Beast, that's not happening. So that's why I'm throwing myself. I would be VP because I do think you need a little push and pull, right? Like I don't agree with everything Mr. Beast says, which I think is what he needs in his team, because you just need someone to tell you like this isn't right. You know, like certain things, like you giving Rosanna Pansina third place, but then showing it like seventh place, not right. Especially because she's a woman on top of that. What are you gonna look like a misogynist? That's not what you want. So I would advise him. I'd be an advisor, but I'd be vice president. I would be vice president to Mr. Beast. That would be unstoppable. Like the duo
That would
of
be a good
us.
ticket.
Yeah.
It would be a good ticket. And you know what? I would honestly, I would
You
vote.
you get all the votes. You get
Yeah.
all the straight men, all the gays, and all the women.
Wouldn't that be actually crazy though, right? Like if it was like Mr. Beast and me on the ballot and people just did that because they like don't like the other people and then you get into like
If
the
you
White
were
House.
if you were running this year, you would have won because nobody likes any of the candidates
Wait,
right
but
now.
can I go in now for real?
No, you missed the.
Oh.
I think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. I think. Right.
Well, first you need to register for a part or something.
Like
Like you need to be
independent or
registered in
Independent.
some way.
Because wasn't there a year where like Gary Coleman was running, like every single person in the world was running
Kanye
for
West
president?
was running.
Who was?
Oh yeah.
Kanye, he was actually running.
Right, and then people like don't actually vote for him because
Yeah.
like how do I do that? Like
That's a good question.
because I feel I definitely could, right? Like I thought president like absolutely not, don't want that job, but it's like I think it's like the people around you make more decisions, right?
Very true. Yeah.
Although I did hear you have access to the nuclear.
Yes,
Who
the-
told us that?
I think it's just common knowledge. The
Oh,
nuclear button. or
someone was
whatever.
telling
We
me.
watched something. We watched.
Do we
Oh,
not wanna
you're
say?
dead.
Oh
We were
yeah, my
talking
dad
about
kept saying
that,
he's
yeah.
like, this is our president that has
He
access
was-
to the that's right.
He was telling us about was one president
didn't
that got
know.
shot
You knew
and he
that?
had the
Yeah.
he had the code in his pocket and they threw it on the floor.
Ronald Reagan when he
And
got shot.
Secret Service had to go and get his jacket.
Is that crazy? So they like took him in after he got shot and like the what is it? Is it a code or a button?
I think it's just a code.
A
but,
code to like the
but
nuclear
still,
arms.
it's not like if you find the code, you know who to call. Like
That's why I thought it was a button. I thought it was like a button. You
I
just
know,
like
I thought it was a
push.
button, too.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, that's so crazy.
the
That's
code
wild.
is
You would know all
password.
about the UFOs though. You get all that information.
Yeah.
That is tea.
I'm here for it. I think that's so real. And God,
I would want to be president just because I'm nosy. I would want to know about like all the
Yeah.
hidden stuff. Like what's going on.
I'll
you know?
appoint you as something.
Just so I can learn.
You could be an advisor. You
You'll be the
definitely are a
director
great
of
advisor.
communications, so you'll hear what everyone says everywhere.
Oh, tea. I would love that.
We'll still have to do the Patreon because I don't think it pays a lot to be president. So
No,
I think
I-
we'll
yeah, I
probably a
hope
lot of
so.
brand deals though.
Oh, tea.
If
Yeah.
you were like president of the United States.
I wonder if there's restrictions on that. Do you think Mr. Beast would still make YouTube videos if he's president, or would he have to stop? He should still make videos.
I think that's how
Yeah.
he'll address the nation.
via
through
his YouTube,
YouTube
videos.
videos, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that has so many views. You think about that, like even like Brooke getting 50 million views on that. I mean, she addressed more people than like the president ever could.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
God, you're right.
Yeah.
That is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Also, you could bring world peace because your demographic, people all around the world are watching. It's not
Yeah.
just here.
Yeah, that's true. We could have, we have a whole bunch of people we could like call on. You know, Tana could help and Jeff and
yeah.
just everybody.
Okay, so you'd be vice president Paytas, but what would Mr. B? Would he be President Beast?
President Beast.
or just
Yeah. Because what is his name?
Jimmy Donaldson or something?
Jimmy
I don't know.
Don. There's so many Jimmys.
There are a lot of Jimmys. Yeah.
Another reason to name your kid something weird because it's like I get too many Jimmys confused. I definitely know 5 Jimmys off the top of my head, and I'm just like, wait, there's so many, and I'm confused. I guess that's why he goes by Mr. Beast, because he's like, I can't do anything with Jimmy.
Mr. Beast, great name. Great banding,
I wonder where he came-
Feastables.
Right. Where did he come up with Mr. Beast?
I have no idea.
Oh, gotta get him
Well,
on
he
the pod
was
too.
a kid. I mean, that's kind of like, it's a
Yeah,
kid
what else are you
thing.
gonna name
Did he
it?
come
Mr.
up?
Beast.
How old was he when he started?
He was really young because I remember he
Oh.
did a video that was like, it was like a time capsule, almost like when you get 1 million subscribers or something, respond to this or something. I don't know, but he was like little in his room, so I don't know.
That is so weird to see that. That's what's bizarre to me, because again, YouTube started when I was 18, but it'd be so weird if I had YouTube at like 13 and you see like a 13-year-old become like this adult online. Like that's so weird, right?
Timothy Chalamet is another one who had a secret like YouTube channel that was
Really?
like, Jimmy, our editor, Jimmy, not Mr. Beast. It was like he used to customize like gaming controllers as a kid, and like he'd post it on YouTube. He had,
Our
like,
editor? Or Timothy Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet did.
Oh,
but
why did you say Jimmy, our
Jimmy
editor?
sent me the Timothy Chalamet videos when he was like making little gaming controllers. So random.
Jimmy didn't send that to me.
He should.
We
He
have
really
each other's
should
number. He never sends me anything.
He really
He just
should
sends me an
start.
invoice. I would like a little tea. You know, I want to know what's going on.
He got a lot of hot topics.
He would be good to come on Hot Topics one day.
Yes, he's
Because
good.
he is a little
He's
influencer
funny.
on his own. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's great. You and him with the short shorts. I always remember, it makes an impact in such a good way. I just think, it just stands out. I always remember that. I love it. We love a short summer. Mo's actually showing his legs. He never shows his legs in the summer. I'm like, don't you get hot? You finally have your shorts out today. I like it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
It's officially summer.
It's official. No, but that is wild when you start as like a kid and then you see him as
I
an
know.
adult. You know what I mean?
Especially when you become famous. Like, that's
Right.
extra weird.
I want to see the Timothy Chalamet one now.
You would not be interested because it's just like him making little controllers.
That's kind of cute though.
His like dancing ones that he did once he was in high school were more fun.
Really? I haven't seen those. I
He,
need to look.
yeah, he has like little talent show dances, and he made like a rap for one of his classes.
Should we
for
react
one
to
of-
that for Patreon this week?
They're kind of like everyone's over it now because I
Oh.
feel like it was something that people brought up a lot, like in his interviews, like his young Timmy C days, and now everyone's like, he already knows about it. Like, stop bringing this up.
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
okay. I didn't
Yeah.
know about it. And I think that makes it more endearing. I like that. I want to know about that. Let's react to it. You guys subscribe to our Patreon. Patreon.com/JustTrish. We do bonus videos. We put up the espresso. Did we do our dessert one last week? Our espresso?
Crumble and espresso last week. Yeah.
Yes, go check that out. We have to put the Wendy's Dreamsicle one up this year.
Yeah,
You
we really do.
If
It's so
you want
old.
to, if you want the throwback to when I was pregnant, we have an hour-long Wendy's.
It's a really good sale. Like, if you want this old ass video.
We make new ones too, but I think this one is like a great one. It's just us for an hour eating. Like, what more
What
do you
more
want?
could you want?
But we also have reaction videos to Brooke and John McKedden. We have some of Oscar's old clips. So there, we still got to react to your Kim Kardashian interview, your Tana
Tati,
one.
Gabby Hanna.
Yeah, we gotta react to Tana. There's just so much lore on there. We also do extended. We're gonna go do the extended podcast now, where everything airs out. What do we have to show them on the extended podcast? Any teasers? Who are we getting deep?
More Clinton Kane tea about his childhood. Sniper Wolf is back in drama
Wow.
with what Penguins with a Z zero whatever.
Oh, Penguin Zero, Charlie.
Harry Jowsey still our enemy. Yeah. Margot Robbie's pregnant.
Margot Robbie's pregnant.
All that and more.
All that and more at patreon.com/JustTrish. Also, check out cozy.com. And thank you for sponsoring this. And yeah, love you guys.
What a way. And yeah.
And yeah. Okay.
I was not saying, well, yes.
Well, yes.
Oh, yes. We have Brooke coming up this week. And, well, yes, next week,
Harry Daniels,
himself.
our
Yeah.
Hot Topics guest.
Yeah, can't wait. I have a cosplay coming. And Brooke's coming Thursday. And a surprise coming Friday. Check my socials. Something big is coming Friday.
Oh, yeah, tea.
Yeah, TTT. We can do a reaction to that. All right. Love you guys. Bye.